Welcome to Not My Cup of Tea, the podcast where we take the piss out of everything, from the weird corners of the internet to our own daily disasters. I'm Judah, and this is Eli. Grab a cuppa and let's dive in. Eli, I did not botch the new intro like I always do.
I'm very proud, honestly. With the old podcast, you should have like 3 or 4 attempts each time. So, actually, first try for once. Good job.
Thank you very much. I feel honoured that we're doing this. This is the new. I'm still getting used. This is our first episode of Not My Cup of Tea after like a week of setting it all up and talking about what we're gonna do. The plan is in motion and we're live. We're not live. We're recording. But,
we're recording live.
Recording live.
Yeah, close enough.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway, Eli, before we ask each other how we're all doing, because I'm sure the viewers want to know that because they're very nosy. They're like, what's going on in your life? Very nosy, you lot. I was going to say, should we talk a bit about what we're going to dive into on this podcast? Because I'm sure many people are wondering what to expect. And we've kind of given a trailer, which we can talk about in a minute, how long it took to shoot that little trailer.
Yeah.
Anyway, on this podcast, we're going to be kind of just diving into like confessions from Reddit. Am I the asshole thread? It's kind of like a very, how do I put it? A podcast where we dive into really embarrassing big stories, and give our opinion on it because that's what everyone needs, our opinion.
Of course, what the world is lacking is our opinion. Of course.
Exactly. The world has just not been good until we made the podcast, so people are listening to the right one.
It's the first day in the world that's actually been good.
Exactly, and that's kind of it. You have to find out. You have to listen, guys, to see what happens next. So it's like magic, really. But what's interesting is that me and you, Eli, we have been recording together for some time, back on the old JR's Gaming podcast, which was the original name. We used to do episodes together and stuff. And this is basically now, if you did like Eli as a guest, which you should have, because he's a lovely man, then here he is. He's actually the co-host now. You cannot escape him. You can see his face.
Every episode now, so yeah.
Exactly. But anyway, that out of the way, the little briefing. How have you been this week, Eli? What's going on with you, mate? We've got a lot to cover.
We have a lot, yeah. I've been pretty good. Pretty good, but I did wake up with a sore throat this morning, so not sore in the sense of speaking that hurts, but swallowing hurts.
Right.
But it's fine.
That's the worst, isn't it?
Yeah, recently had some roofers come fix the roof in the study.
It's a good thing you're not roofless, because I thought you said you were roofless just now.
No, sorry, roofers. Roofers came over.
What's going on here? Yeah,
they spent... I don't want to chat too much shit about them, but
all right, got it.
They're not going to watch this, so I don't really give a shit. They were rubbish. As in,
God.
The work they did was fine.
Okay.
They were so late, and miscommunication all the time.
Oh my god!
So they meant to come at 8
goddamn
a.m.
roofers.
Every day they meant to come at 8 a.m. They came the first day 1 p.m. I think.
What?
Second day they didn't show up. Second day, third day they didn't show up again. And the fourth day, they actually cancelled and called me and said, "Oh, we're not coming." Meant to be a 2-day job, by the way. So
those bloody roofers, mate.
No, seriously, it was they did a good job, but they
I
don't know. They took forever. Were late every time they went to show up. Didn't show up multiple times.
Oh god.
And at the end of it as well, obviously, they got a skip to come take away the rubbish. But we said to them, "We don't need a skip. They could take away normally." They said, "Oh no, you need a skip. We're gonna give you a skip."
Yeah.
And then at the very end, they're like, "We're going to charge you for the skip." They didn't say that at any point. So,
my God.
Extra 450 quid down the drain for a skip that we didn't ask for or need.
Very angry.
They were late to everything. I'm not a few minutes or a week ago now, but
but you're
it's
still
just annoying. It frustrates me because I lost so much sleep for that week, basically, of having to wake up at 7 in the morning, wait for them to show up. Literally, all I did was sit down on the sofa, watch the news, have a cup of tea, and fucking wait all day. It drove me insane, honestly.
I find that funny, just this week. I can just imagine, what is Eli me getting at too? He's like, "Oh, these bloody roofers, they're late. What am I going to do?"
That's frustrating. Yeah.
That's crazy. So, what was the actual job that they were supposed to do in your... What's happened to your roof? What have you been doing,
It was just getting old. They had to take off
the
felt plastering thing and the plywood underneath it. Just put on new ones, that was it.
Man, if only if it was like
Yeah.
Minecraft, you just like bang a few blocks together and make a roof. That'd be so. Instead, I'm trying to
save
wonder,
money,
like,
yeah.
it would save money. Just go bang a few trees, get your resources. You know, imagine Minecraft was real, in real life. That'd be awesome. But the thing is, I'm just wondering what they were doing. Were they having a wank, having a cup of tea?
No, I don't
Probably
know.
3 cups of tea.
One day they said they had a previous job that went overtime. Fair enough, fine.
Okay,
But the
okay.
dates didn't show up. They didn't say anything. They didn't give a reason. They just
Mm,
eventually, when they showed up, went, "Oh yeah, sorry about the other day." I was
yeah.
like, "It's fine. I'm not going to be rude." I was just saying, "No, it's fine."
Okay.
But
Those bloody
they didn't
roofers,
even
mate.
give a reason. They just said, "Oh, sorry, we just didn't show up." I was like,
Oh. Did you say anything to them? Were you like, listen in,
no,
mate,
I
you're
said it was
late.
fine. I don't want to cause any drama,
Oh,
especially
what a
when they're doing a
gentleman.
job. I don't want to piss them off and then they do a shit job, So,
Oh yeah, you never
um,
know with them roofers. You know what? I've got a funny story to
damn
counteract
roofers.
that. Yeah, those damn roofers. This is the episode name. The damn roofers. That's what.
Again, I'm sure there are plenty of lovely roofers out there, and construction people have a very hard job.
Disclaimer to the roofers out there. We're not
Disclaimer
being
to
rude.
anyone who's in the
The
trades.
roofing
Nothing
industry.
against you, but it's just these lot were very bad at communicating.
Oh my god.
So
Oh
it was a
my.
bit frustrating. But
We
job's
had.
done, job's fine. All
That's good. At least the roof's all right. That's what's important. They are roofers after
Yeah.
all. I mean, we had the same problem with my grandparents. So they had. It's funny you said that. I think it was like probably 4 or 5 months ago now. My grandparents, they had to get their, I think their guttering along the roof replaced. And they had 2 roofers, I say that in quotation marks, turn up, and they've just been telling me how awful these roofers were because they're apparently very rude to my grandparents. Like they turned up and they were like, "There's nothing wrong with it," and there clearly wasn't wrong with it because like the guttering was dripping down the window. It was old. And my granddad is a retired construction engineer. So, if anything, he knows exactly what he's on about. And like the fact that these 2 random young roofers were like, "Nah, nothing go wrong with it," right? Made him really
I never even
upset.
understand why a worker would say,
Yeah.
"No, it's fine. Like, no, we're offering you money to go and do something,
Yeah,
and you're
yeah, yeah.
turning down an easy job." Like,
And they charged as well. But the thing is, they went up onto the roof, and then,
oh,
and
the
then what they
charge for the
started,
consultation kind of thing.
yeah, but they went up anyway onto the roof to check it out, and then they just started like picking up random like slate and just started flinging it off like. Yeah, yeah. And then they did something else even worse. They said, "Oh, your roof's fucked, mate. It's fucked. Like there's your roof's shot through." What? What do you mean it's shot through? That wasn't the case. Because my granddad is a construction. He said that the roof is okay. It's getting on, but it doesn't need fixing. But he started throwing like concrete off the roof. It could have hit him on the head for Christ's sake. Like just being very like irresponsible. And they were like, "Well, we're gonna have to like change this." And obviously my granddad got very upset. Like, "What are you doing to my fucking roof? You're breaking it. Like, what are you doing?" And obviously that caused a massive argument. And then obviously. You know what parents, grandparents are like? They're like, talk a lot about COVID. They're like, "Oh yeah, COVID-19." I don't forget now what they said. I can't quote them on it, but they were talking about the COVID crisis to these 2 builders for some reason. And then the builders was like, "No, don't believe in COVID. Never happened, mate." And then obviously that, my grandparents weren't happy with that, so that sparked a massive debate.
That would make me fuming. Yeah.
Yeah, like what do you mean the COVID-19 never happened? Like what?
Even now, like there's new variants of COVID that came out like last week. As of recording this,
Crazy.
last week
Yeah.
new COVID variants came out. Like,
Yeah.
and they're gonna be like, "No, COVID's not real." Mate,
What is wrong with you, mate? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it must
it's
be
been
the
5
roofers.
years. Like, come on.
Yeah. I just conclude it's roofers. It is roofers. They're just a different breed of people that are just they're just roofers, right? That's what I'm gonna say from now on. Those goddamn roofers.
All roofers are bad. Probably most of you lot are absolutely fine. It's just
I love how we're just starting
we've had
off
some personal
issues with the roofers.
Yes.
Tell us, guys, if you have had any issues with your roofers. Do let us know. I love how we started off this podcast just talking about roofers. For
We're
like,
not trying to
5 minutes.
be ranting about roofers. No, very sorry.
No.
It's the good roofers out there.
Oh my god.
But
Anyway.
the weather's been pretty naff lately.
Of course, it's
At least
we are
here in
UK
Norwich, we have
British,
60 miles per hour winds. Currently in a storm. Rain, winds for days. So.
You told me about that yesterday when we were on Discord call. We're like, you're like, you know what? Like, because you live in, obviously, you're in Norwich area, and that's very flat. Yeah. Like, if you're from America and you listen to this and you don't know much about the UK, there's an area of the UK where it's just like someone's just dropped a bulldozer on the land and just gone.
Norfolk, like,
it's just flat.
And the area is very flat. There are some hills, but compared to the rest of the UK, it's basically flat, you know.
Yeah, it's basically just flat. I've been there a bunch of times on like a little holiday, you know, because there's lovely beaches.
You go there quite often. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's not too far from where we are actually, to be honest. But Well, you're right on. You're like 20 minutes away from the nice beaches, really, aren't you?
Yeah.
But the thing is, right, you were telling me about these storms coming across, and then we had something called Storm Norman, which I found out yesterday, because apparently in the UK we call like every time a storm, like a big storm of significance happens, we call it a name. And Storm Norman hit yesterday, and bloody hell, mate, it was bad. Like, there was rain and wind and just destruction in my back garden. And I was outside having a smoke, right? And I had to like run through to the alleyway, and I thought I saw a ghost. And hear me out on this, right? I'm not a pussy or anything, but I was there in the alleyway.
If you have to clarify you're not a pussy, that kind of means you're a pussy. But all right, go on.
No, honestly, no. I saw a big white thing. Right? No, I'm being serious, right? Yeah, I saw, right. Mate, I saw a big white thing just take off, like it was 11 o'clock at night, and you know when you see a plastic bag. Oh, come on, mate! You're making it sound really not fun anymore. It could have been a plastic bag. Go on.
I mean,
are you going to say that about every paranormal video there is? Like, could have been a fucking plastic bag, mate.
Yes.
But, yeah.
I don't believe in paranormal shit. I think half the time it's fake and video editing, and the other half the time it's just your eyes playing tricks on you.
I love that. I'm gonna set you up now with one of them ghost hunting YouTube channels that take people on the, they take you on their trek in a haunted house to try and show you the actual paranormal activity. I'm gonna set that up with you. I know you're gonna turn up and you're like, it's just a fucking plastic Sainsbury's bag.
Literally, I'll just
that's all it is.
Walking through, like, come on then, where's the ghost? Come on.
Where is it?
And I'll be like, oh no, you can't say that. I won't show up.
Yeah.
All right then, I'll just be quiet the whole time. Still no ghost here.
So if an actual ghost just shows up, it's still going to be a plastic bag to you.
Yeah. I'm not saying I judge anyone who believes in that stuff, but me personally, not my cup of tea. Don't.
Yeah.
Hey, there we go. Oh, my cup of tea.
Not my cup of tea. There we go.
Unintentional name mention.
Well, thank you. I'm not scared anymore now, Eli. You just debusted the myth of the white object. Yeah. It could have been a plastic bag, to be honest. You are completely right. It was a very windy day. It makes a lot of sense. Anyway, yeah.
But still, that's fun.
Storm Norman. Anyway, Eli, do you want to hear my massive trip that I never spoke about?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Indeed, right. So, obviously, the segment of this podcast where we just talk about how we are, it's going to be a bit longer because it's
this time. Yeah.
Yeah, but this time, because obviously, since we last did an episode for the old podcast, the JR's Gaming podcast, so much has happened. Like, it was like a 7-month period, and there's so much lore that happened in our lives. And what's crazy is, like, our lives were so uneventful while we were recording the podcast. The moment we stop,
we're gone. Yeah.
Lore just takes right off, mate. Obviously, I want to tell you
why you were gone and I was gone. We were doing things.
We were doing a lot of things, and now we're gonna be back. Little note, actually, I forgot to mention. We are hoping to record an episode for you guys every 2 weeks, so you have like couple episodes each month, but we're going to do big long content episodes like this one, so you have a lot of nice content to listen to, then wait your next week and then come out the next week.
We'll make them as long as we can, because obviously there'll be a wait between them.
Yeah.
But do let us know if you want it shorter or longer or what. Obviously it's the start of a new podcast.
Exactly.
We listen to the feedback. If you want it to change, tell us.
Of course, please do. And obviously we also are like trying to make it like a more high spectacle. I don't know what, like more high quality. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah. So we're going to be working on this episode for like a couple of days. Make sure the thumbnail's nice. Just make sure the audio's nice. Eli,
obviously,
lovely.
I'm in charge of audio, and I'm annoyed at myself because Judah, I finally got him to fix his microphone because it's been awful quality for like a year now. He finally fixed it, and now I've got some shitty Amazon mic because my actual microphone is in London still. So.
I don't think it's that bad.
The tables have turned. It's not that bad, but compared to my last one, I can hear it. It's shit. It's gritty. It's a bit.
Let us know. No. Is Eli's mic as bad as he makes it sound?
Put back to London for a bit and get my mic back, or I'm gonna have to buy a new one. So
there you go.
Because now I can't have Judah overtake me in audio quality. That's not okay.
That's how it's supposed to be, mate. I was always destined to have a better mic.
I've been the audio guy. No, you're the visual one. I'm the audio one.
Oh mate, it feels so good to have a good quality mic. I can even like go really close and do ASMR. It's just. I'm not going to do that again because you look very traumatized. So yeah. Anyway, I have a big sort of story to tell all of you guys and you, Eli. I think you've already heard like a little bit, but
of course,
I went to Thailand, as you know. I actually went to Thailand on my. This is my. By the way, quick note. This is my first ever trip abroad. I've never been abroad, apart from Jersey, which is an island off the coast of France. I've never been, and I went by ferry. I've never been on a plane before. this is my first trip abroad at all. I've never been flying.
On your own, which is
and
insane.
I went on my own. Yeah, on my own, halfway across the world. All on my own. Did not have much of a clue about Thailand as much as I do about Japan. I like Japan. I've studied Japan a lot, but Thailand was fairly just. Obviously, my girlfriend, she lives in Thailand, so I was like, well, I need to go and see her, don't I? So obviously, I saved up a lot of money from my previous job, and I was like, I'm just going to take the trip. And I was shitting bricks. I was on the phone to you the night before, being like, mate, what do I do? Heathrow Airport.
Literally, you had to like give me as many tips as you can for airports. And me, who was not well travelled before, maybe a couple of years ago, but in the last 2 years, I've been flying all over the place. You've been all over the place, you have, yeah.
Yeah,
I was like, okay, which airport are you going to? And I told him the layout, I told him where to go, what to do.
Yeah.
But you,
I mean, it was Heathrow.
You've done great for your first time, honestly.
Thank you very much, mate. I mean, I'll tell you what, for my first ever trip abroad, it was an adventure, to say the least. So much shit happened, good and bad. Like, you know when you watch like a film or a movie, and there's like the good, the bad, the ugly happens in the film. There's a climax, a crescendo, all that bollocks. That's what happened to me, mate. The trip was really bad and really good at the same time. I'll say this real quick. It was one of the best trips of my life. I love Thailand. I loved the experience. I loved spending time with my girlfriend. It was amazing, but there were so many things that made it a lot more tense. And we're going to dive into a couple of those stories I want to tell you today, and I want your opinion, Eli, on these. So, should we start with the airport, right? You know, how
where it all started. Yeah.
How it happened. Yeah. So, obviously, you've been flying a lot. You know how the airports work, you know.
Of course,
you know, you go in, you know, obviously check in, put your passport in, so to speak. We check in online these days now. Anyway, the skip ahead. So I'm dropped off at Heathrow Airport by my parents. Lovely of them to take me. I say goodbye to them. I go through security. The first problem I ran into is I look like an absolute dork, because you know when you put your suitcase in to go into the plane, you go. She was like, so I was like, here's my suitcase. Put it on the conveyor belt thing, and she was like, sir, can you like turn it around the other way for me, please? I was like, yeah, sure. I turned it like the wrong way. She was like, no, sir, the other way. And I went, I did another way. And she was like, no, sir, this way, like this way. And I went, what the fuck? What do you mean?
Customer service hates to see you coming. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, wait, okay, this way then. And I look like an absolute tart, mate. In front of all of the Heathrow Airport, I'm just there rotating my suitcase like a fucking nutter. And
I bet no one noticed. Come on.
No, but then I was like, why can't you just do it, mate? Tell me, just do it for me, love. Like, I'm here rotating my entire suitcase to 360 to 180 degrees every single time. And she's like, no, just like this, like that, like this, like that, like this. I'm like, this is so... And my parents are like,
to be fair,
me.
it could... I can't... I can't entirely fault you, because maybe if the instructions weren't clear...
They
like
weren't.
when I first went to the airport, put your suitcase on, and I think the lady said to me, oh, could you lay it flat, please? I laid it flat, and I was fine. Maybe it was just the instruction wasn't clear.
Yeah, but I had to like make it fun, like light of the situation as well. I was like, it's my first time flying.
Yeah. But that's fair enough. You were nervous anyway, so. Yeah.
She did not give a fuck though. She looked at me and was like, okay, mate, I didn't ask. Just fucking put your suitcase the right fucking way. I'm like, what do you mean? I'm gonna cry. I didn't cry. I'm not a baby. I just.
There's two sides to the story. I think you're both right in your own way. Yeah.
I love that. So eventually, after 10 years of frustration, I got my suitcase the right way up, and I was expecting an applaud, a clap from her, but no, just go on. Okay, thank you for that, man. Thank you. I appreciate you. I really do appreciate that clap right now. It hit me in the heart. Right. So.
Just for you. Yeah.
Thank you. So I got through. I go through to the airport. I need to check my notes here because I've got an entire itinerary of how things happen.
Yeah.
Okay, now you think that the storm is over, right? You already know what's coming next. You do. So I was so scared. Obviously flying first time on my own. Like, what if the checks go wrong? What if I'm like pulled away or something? I don't know. Everyone's telling me no, it'll be fine. Everyone goes through the same thing. You just go through, get through to the airport lounge, and so I started going through the bloody barriers. You have to walk in a zigzag to get through to the security. And I stand there, and then they start pulling out the trays. If you're a flying viewer, you already know this. Everyone puts their trays out, and you take all your bag, put your rings off, put your jewellery off, your phone, wallet, passport, all goes in there. And so I did that. I put the thing in the tray, and then it kind of went along. Then I lined up to go through the scanner. And I was like, okay, this is going well. I watched everyone else. Scanned, next. So I stand in the scanner, scanned. I wait for the next part. No one says next. I'm like, wait. Doodle, the computers. Like,
Yeah.
I know I'm sexy, but come on, lad, stop looking at me like, you know. And then I hear, sir, can you like step away from the scanner and just follow me, please? And I was like, what? What do you mean? What's going on? This didn't happen to Fred in the front and Julie at the back. Why is it me? Why me? And I don't know. I don't know. I think in conclusion, I must have been chosen for the drug check because did not happen to anyone else. And I clarified with all my friends. They took me away and they were like, do we have your consent? I was like, oh my god, what they're gonna do? Start touching me up? And they did. They were like, can we have your consent to like touch here, there, and here? And I was like, yeah, I want to go to Thailand, so just fucking do what you want, like molest me, right? And then they did molest me. Like I'm talking like proper, getting those thighs, like just. And I was standing there like this, being like, I did not expect my Saturday evening to be standing here in Heathrow Airport being touched up, right? But here we are. It is what it is. I've got no drugs on me. I've got nothing on me. All right, just do what you want. And then when they finished that, I was like, they're satisfied now. They ain't got nothing. They were like, looking at me. I'm looking at them. They're like, can you come over to the next bit, please? Just put your shoes on this scanner. What do you mean, put my shoes on? What's going on? And they scanned the shoes. They scanned like the next scan
What
the
shoes
shoes.
were you wearing, by the way?
Trainers, just your normal average Nike trainers. Yeah, like I think they must have thought I was concealing some kind of drug.
Yeah,
And I was getting
because I've worn boots before to Amsterdam, and I was stopped twice because of the shoes. I took everything else off because there was a little bit of metal on the shoe. They thought I was hiding something in the shoe. But if you had normal trainers, no, they thought you were druggy.
Geezer, mate. I mean, I must have been, mate. I mean, I probably did look a bit. I don't know, because obviously everyone when they fly to Thailand from the UK or whatever, or another country in East Asia, they have, you know, like a your suitcase that you put on the plane, then like another suitcase to put in the top. I didn't. I had a rucksack. I was travelling so light, so I was just on a rucksack. Just me and a rucksack, skinny old me with glasses. Maybe I looked a bit like I didn't know what I was doing. Maybe just this geezer's just going all the way to Thailand.
If you look nervous, of course, that makes people go,
Maybe I did look nervous, but I thought I was just chilling. I was just like, just normal. But anyway, yeah. And then they scan my shoes, they scan all that. I'm like, how long is this going to take? It's already been like 5 minutes. And then they just look at me. They go from really serious and concerned to, oh, good then, sir. Where are you going? I'm like, all right, I'm going to Thailand. Oh, enjoy your trip. Bye-bye. I'm like, you can go through. I'm like, oh, okay, all right. And I was like, walk away feeling very confused. And then I kind of, I had to take the belt off as well. My trousers were falling down, so I had to like put the belt on awkwardly. Like, fucking. I was like, it's just like everything that could go wrong that I was worried about happened. And I don't want to put you off flying, guys, if you are going on a trip for your first time. But I'm going to be completely buggering honest with you. It probably is going to happen. You're going to get molested by it's going to happen, right? So stop being like, oh, I'm so scared, because it's going to happen. Be prepared.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news.
It's scary. I mean, I can't imagine it because for you're on your own. My first time flying as an adult, when I got stopped, I was in a group of friends. So even though I got stopped and pulled to the side, they just waited for me. And it was calm.
That's what I mean. I'm completely
But you on your own, that's even a lot more scary because you don't know what they could do. So, but again, you know, it's unlikely to happen. But if it does happen for anyone else flying or solo traveling, don't be afraid.
Just make sure your cocaine
not going to arrest
is
you.
on
They're not going
visibility.
to tell you off. Yeah. Just comply. Do what they want. And once they deem that you're safe, you're free to go.
Exactly. Unless you are a drug dealer, then you have to listen to a different tutorial because we aren't going to give you that.
We are not going to teach you how to smuggle drugs through the border. No.
Well, I mean, they could ask me because I'm a truly experienced individual in doing that. So, just saying. I'm joking.
Should I send this to the police afterwards?
Police just come round. You never know. You never know a face, Eli. Anyway, so let's skip forward for a bit. You know, got on the airplane later on. You know, had a few beers at Lock Away the Spoons nearby. You know, got on the plane.
Spoons.
The number one pub in the UK, in my opinion. Anyway, so I went through to the airport, and the most embarrassing thing happened in the plane. So the skip forward 6 hours. You know. I was, obviously just kind of trying to get some sleep, couldn't sleep, bit of a shit flight. It's 12 hours there, direct. And I had to go to the toilet. Now, what the awkward thing is, I had booked the window seat, because why not? That's just nice. But in reconsideration, I don't think the window seat is the best place to sit, because if you do need to take a piss on a long-haul flight, you need to tell the people next to you to get up. And that's kind of awkward.
It's the most awkward, embarrassing thing.
Exactly, my friend.
Genuinely, I always pick, same as you, pick one of those seats, think, nice views. I don't remember, I'm going to need to take a piss at some point. because I have a shit bladder anyway. So,
Exactly.
and it's so uncomfortable to say, I'm so sorry. Can I please squeeze past? They have to get up, get out, then you leave, and then they sit back down. And when you come back, they have to
They've
get
got
up
to
and
get
get out
right back up
again.
again.
It's
Exactly.
so I feel so bad. And I can imagine, how big was your plane? Probably much bigger than mine anyway. So.
Oh, about 400 people on board, I'd say. Yeah,
right, but how, like, was it 3
Boeing
seats or 4, or what was it?
Oh no, 3 seats,
Yeah,
3.
okay.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, that was the problem. I sat on the window seat, so my old geezer sat next to me, and a middle-aged woman sat on the end. And on a long-haul flight, everyone goes to, like, here's the thing, I was so embarrassed because everyone goes to the toilet at the same time, and I didn't want to be that guy that's just like taking a piss and everyone's waiting for me at the back. I'm a bit self-conscious, so I'm like, nah, I'll go later. And obviously time goes on, and because it's a long-haul flight going through the night, everyone's trying to sleep.
Right,
like,
you can't wake them up to. Fuck.
I
didn't think about that. Shit.
Yeah, it's even worse, mate, than like telling them to get up normally. But they're both all cuddling away in their blanket.
If they're gonna be comfy and asleep, fuck.
Yeah, and I had to be the bearer of bad news. I was really busting for a piss, really busting, right? And I was like, oh, this is gonna be so awkward. I was thinking I could hold it, but I couldn't hold it.
Of course
It gets worse than this, mate. It gets worse. If you think this is embarrassing already, it gets a lot worse than this, mate. I get up, right? I get up. Excuse me. Oh, sorry. I tapped the guy first. Didn't just get up. Can you please, like, sorry, I really need to get up. He's like, yeah, sure. Taps the woman next to her. She's like, like, you know, they both get up off their chair. I like get up, you know. I go past the chairs. They sit back down. I was like, that's awkward enough. And I walk all the way to the back of the cabin, and I couldn't find the toilet. I was like, oh my God, everyone's asleep. And I was like, I need to find a flight attendant. The flight attendants just buggered off. There's none there. I was like, oh my God. So, and then I walked towards the back. I don't know how I missed the toilet. It's my first time flying. Cut me some slack. The toilet was right there in front of me, but I didn't see it. Okay. Instead, I walked like to this curtain bit, and I just slightly brushed the curtains back, and I saw a flight host, a man, like one of the attendants, just sleeping on. I was like, oh no, I've got to wake him up as well because I don't know where the bloody toilet is. And I felt so awkward because I was like, excuse me, mate. My head just poked out in his private, you know, like sleeping quarters, and he was like, he was such a kind man. He just, obviously I was flying with Thai Airways, by the way, so it's all a Thai airline. All the people are Thai, you know. Obviously they speak English because they're supposed to. Yeah. So he gets up and he's like, I'm really sorry, mate. Do you know where the toilets are? And he was like, I felt so bad. He just got up and was like, there. And just like, oh, right. Thank you. I mean, I said thank you like 3 times. Like, thank you, man. Thank you. Sorry. You know, I felt really bad. I had to wake this geezer up, you know. And so obviously I went into the toilet. It was like one of them pool. I did the piss, absolutely fine. No turbulence or anything. And then I go back to my chair. It's all dark in the plane, so I'm like walking along. Come back to my row, and I'm like, you know, need to get back in, guys. And they're like, they stir, and they're like, oh, yeah, get off the chairs. And now this is the most embarrassing part of my entire flight ever. And it was so bad, what I'm about to tell you, that on my flight back to London, I held in my piss for the whole 12 hours. I'm not even joking. I'm being serious. I did not go to the toilet ever again. I probably won't. Because as I was squeezing into the row to get back to my seat, I put my hand out to support myself on the chair. I misjudged the height of the chair and ended up literally whacking a woman in the head. Boomf. And she was like, oh, turn around. And she was Thai. And in my tired state, I said hello to her instead of sorry. I went, oh, sawadee krab. So I basically just whacked a woman in the head and then said hello. You know how crazy that is? And I said it so like loud. I was like, you know, oh, sawadee ka. So she's like shocked at my rudeness. And I'm like, okay, I could say sorry in Thai, but I really can't be asked for this. I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm just sorry. I'm sorry. And the 2 people standing up just saw it happen. They're watching me. I'm like, hide me. Just kill me. Someone kill me.
That must be the worst. Shit.
It was so bad. Like, I sat back down. They sit back down as well. And I was like, I just want this plane in. So, I've got 5 hours left of this shit. And everyone could see how much of an arsehole I looked. That was the most... Like, this is the thing. It's my first time flying, and everything that I thought would go wrong went wrong. Like, why? Why does the world do this to me?
Because you were expecting it to go wrong, it made you more nervous, it made you more jittery.
Maybe.
It made things go wrong. It happens, it's fine.
It's ridiculous.
It's embarrassing, but it's not the end of the world, you know.
To that woman, I'm incredibly sorry. I'm not an arsehole.
Makes a funny story for the podcast. So.
I mean, it does.
All's well that ends well. Yeah.
Exactly, but at the same time, imagine that you're just like, imagine you, Eli, sitting in a plane trying to sleep, and then just this foreigner smacks you in the back of the head and says, "Hello." Yeah, like hello. Like you'd be like, what? Wait, bro, what's your problem?
I would feel like they were trying to get my attention and hit me to get my attention. To be like, hello, like I would think that's very rude. Yeah.
Exactly. The fact I even said like Saudi club, which is like because she was a Thai woman. Oh, she's so bad. I told my girlfriend about it later on when I arrived, and she was like, "Oh, that's so funny." I was like, "No, it wasn't. It really wasn't funny.
Is that how she
Don't
sounds?
laugh." Yeah. She just laughed at me. She was like, "That's not funny. That is not funny." She was like, "Oh, Judah, that's so." I was like, "Anyway, I'm going on a bit too long about the airport ride, so let's skip to the end of the flight." I know this is getting. I'm so sorry, guys, but I'll let you. You've already heard this story, right? I'm not going to go through the entire trip to Thailand. So many good things happened, but I'll tell you the highlights of my trip. That's what I'll do. I'll tell you the highlights.
Yeah.
The plane ride was still not over in terms of disasters happening, because there was 2 disasters. 1 hour away from Bangkok, right? We're just flying over Chiang Mai. 1 hour from landing, I would say. Maybe a bit further up. I needed to take a shit, first of all.
Okay.
I really needed to take a shit, right? And I was not prepared after what happened trying to take a piss. To take a shit on that aeroplane. And plus, just the embarrassing stuff out the way. You know how embarrassing that is to take a shit on a plane? Like, what if someone's queuing up just waiting, they hear the...
That's the thing, if there's no... That's how I feel even in public bathrooms. I don't know about you, but like I always try to just shit at home.
Oh yeah.
Even in restaurants and places. If I'm dying for it, fine.
Yeah.
But I'd rather not, because the idea that someone else is in the bathroom with me and there's a chance that they could hear me
shitting,
defecating.
Defecating. I love how you said defecating, mate. Like,
I'm trying to make it sound less vulgar.
Oh, I am defecating. You know, I'm defecating in the
I just
toilet.
would rather no one hear me because I find that embarrassing. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, same. I always admit.
I think in a plane, wouldn't you be more worried about like, I don't know about you, but what if it's a queue and you stink out the fucking tiny little cubicle and someone else comes in after you and it stinks.
And it's like, he was the geezer that stinked out that plane. Exactly, you know what I mean? So I was like, there's that, and there's also the fact that, you know, it's just, no, I'm not shitting in a plane. Or what if it doesn't flush? There's so many things that could go wrong.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
You know, and so I was holding this shit in so bad. And I really was like, okay, as soon as this plane touches down... By the way, I don't even know what Thailand's like. I'm just like, it's first time in Thailand, right? I'm like, I don't care. I'm going to go... I'm not even going to collect my bag. I'm going to go straight to the toilet. And then the pilot's like, yeah, we're landing in about 10 minutes. Okay. Just trying to hold this shit in. Right. And they served me breakfast. I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, I ate the breakfast. And then the plane goes to land, coming to touchdown. And I watched the thing. It's about to touch down. There was the worst thing happened. A small storm kicked up on landing. Now, I know a little bit about planes. So I'm into like researching them. Go arounds are very rare. You don't go around much. Like planes, when a plane performs a go around, it has to abandon ship from landing and it has to go straight back up into the air and try again.
Yeah,
it's very inconvenient. And we had to go around because there was an issue of some sorts. The pilot said, "We are very sorry, we're going to have to go around, guys. Bear with us." And the plane went straight, back up into the air, started banking again. Like, everyone's like, "Oh, I'm not, for God's sake, I need this shit, I do not care. Just land." And the plane goes back down again, like probably 5-10 minutes later, the plane lines back up, goes straight back down to land. What happens next? It has to go around again for whatever fucking reason. I'm like, no, please. I cannot do this. Goes straight back up. Banks again. I'm like, oh, for God. This is like God just making fun of me. If God exists, he's like, honestly, you deserve to be dying in this box.
He's just laughing at you. Yeah.
He's just laughing at me, right? And then, you believe it or not, lines up again. I'm not going to say the whole shit. It has to go. And I've got a photo, right? And I'll send it to you to post it in editing, right? There's 3 circles. I took a photo of there's 3 circles of the plane just going boom, 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 just being an absolute twat. And I was like, in a minute, I'm going to go to that cockpit. I'm going to go in and I'm going to be like, listen here, guys. I don't know about you. You've got a job to do, but so have I. And it's taking a shit. I don't know about you, but that is a really important thing. So land this bloody plane before I'm not going to say. Right? So I'm sitting in the chair. Right? The plane eventually touches down. After the fourth landing was successful, and I was like, thank God for that. Then, of course, Had to line up for another 10 minutes to get off the bloody plane.
Of course,
And then
yep.
by the time I stood up, I was like, oh shit, we need to get out of this shit, right? I went straight out the plane. The lady was like, oh, thank you very much. I was like, thanks, right, bye, see ya. Out the plane, walked down the airport. Now, Bangkok, Suvarnabhumi, whatever I can't say the name, it's too long. The Bangkok airport, it's huge, right? It's bigger than Heathrow. To the point, when you get off your plane, you need to get on a train, like a subway, to get through to the main part of the airport.
Like a little shuttle train.
Yeah.
We have that
shuttle. I think Heathrow.
I think.
Yeah, some airports have it in the UK.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was following the signs. I'm just like speed walking at this point. Like everyone's just going, following the signs. Go this way. Go this way. Go this way. It's my first time, by the way. I think that I did awesome for my first flight because I'm speed running this shit and it's my first time. If I didn't need to have a shit, I'd be taking my time reading the signs. But I was speed running. I was going through those corridors like a bolt of lightning. Where's the bloody toilet? Going through. I didn't even take in the Thai scenery, like the dragons and things on the airport. I was like, no, toilet. Anyway, let's skip ahead. I get through to security. And I'm like, oh no, the lines. Right, it's getting. I'm sorry, I'm just taking on this journey with me.
No,
but you
that's
need
fine,
to understand.
Well,
right?
there are no bathrooms like near like before you had to go through security and stuff. No.
You had to go through security to get to the bathrooms. I was like, oh my god. So what if I'm denied entry? I'm going to shit my pants. That's not going to look very good, is it? Right? So I get to the queue.
Use it as a threat. So if you don't let me in, I'm going to shit right here on your floor. Yeah.
Exactly right. Yeah, and obviously I asked the geezer next to him, I was like, this is security, right? And he was also from East London, so I was like, yeah, mate, it is. And I was like, perfect, mate, chilling. I had a good, nice conversation with him, and I was honest with him. We East End of Londoners, we're a bit, we're a bit low down. So I was like, you know what, mate, I need to take a shit, so I hope we get through this. And he was like, yeah.
I love how you call yourself an East Ender even though you're born and raised in Leicester. So
I was born in funny
born
thing.
in East.
So I was born in East, then moved to Leicester. But the reason I got the East End is because I was raised by my mother for the first 9 years of my life, and she's an East Ender. So that's why I'm not a true East Ender, but
fake
I am.
East Ender.
I'm a fake East
Whereas
Ender.
me, even though I speak more dignified than most, I am a true East Ender.
You are an East Ender for some reason. Like, get out, mate. I think I stole your accent when we were kids.
I mean, I've got it every now and then, but I like to speak more proper.
Defecated. That's a good example.
Shut the fuck up.
So
anyway, continue.
Yeah, to continue. I get to the last two people. Now there's actually a group of American friends in front of me, and they're like, they're being really loud and obnoxious like during the entire flight. Now Americans, I'm sorry, but you guys are so annoying sometimes. Like these group of Americans, like, hey man, I can't wait you're on the trip, yo, just being like that, being just really annoying. And I was like, okay, I can't be asked for this. They're actually being quite loud and obnoxious. I'm not going to go into it, but they were. Yeah.
With all due respect to our majority American audience,
we have got a lot of you American.
Are a bit annoying on travelling.
Yes, all the time. And you bring so many bags as well. I'm just saying. Anyway, these guys had loads. So they get through to the security, right? And love the mug, by the way. And they get to the security, and they basically are giving in their passport like, we're in Thailand, man. And they're being quite, to be honest, I'm not even trying to be like a pretentious twat, but they were being quite rude to the officer as well. They was like, just hurry up, man, like just being really rude. I was like,
I think aren't those like East Asian, Middle to East Asian countries quite polite by nature?
Anyway, Thailand, Japan, they are very I think a lot of foreigners take advantage of the kindness in these countries because they're very, very kind people. As to the Western culture, which is just a bit loud and obnoxious, which I can say because I'm a Westerner. And obviously, what ended up happening was she, for whatever reason, she was like, you can't come into the country. And I was like, this is getting good all of a sudden. No longer, I forgot I needed the shit. Let me listen into this shit. And they're like, their faces go from to this, like, what do you mean that we can't come in? Like, what? And then the other two people came from like, look at our passports. So we're allowed in. There were like 4 American friends. And she was like, the officer got really quite upset with them. Like, no, you've done this before. Blah, 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 blah. You can't come into Thailand. I'm sorry. Like, you have to go. Please go. And just ignore what they were saying. Go to this gate over here to more instructions. That was so satisfying because I found them. They were like, "What?"
I mean, I'd love to know the tea behind that, but
I want to know what. I want to know what they did.
Why they were rejected? Yeah.
They must have done something awful last time they were here.
It could be that they're banned, or it could even be just a visa issue.
Visa issue. Good thing I'm British. I don't need a visa for Thailand. 60 days free. No visa. Anyway, so then it's me next. I'm like, oh my god. And what if I'm not allowed in? Now I was like really polite and respectful, not to butt my own self. I was like, hello, I'm British, by the way. Just letting you know, because
not like those guys behind me.
Yeah, not like those guys behind me. So
all
I've
due
got a
respect
passport.
to our majority American listeners and viewers. We love you guys.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure you've already heard all the stories there. When you go through security, it's always the most scary thing because you can get denied entry if they haven't got grounds to know what you're doing. Now with Thailand, you have this thing. If you've been to Thailand, guys, and you'd already know, they brought this in as of May this year. You have to fill in a form 3 days before your arrival called a TDAC form. And it basically, you put your address that you're going to be staying at, the hotel you're going to be staying at, the reasons of your stay, and your return flight if you have one, and the dates, obviously, your flight references. Now, they've done this because it makes it a lot easier for the security to know why you're here by looking at your form that you've already filled out, rather than having to ask you all the questions, which is really smart because I already did my TDAC form, so that I put the hotel address that I'm staying at with my girlfriend, and all this, and where my return flight. So she was like, I was nice. Here's my TA. She was like, passport, please. I went, yep, here's my passport. You know, I was acting nice and confident. I really need to take a shit, but I was just, I need to, I can't blunder this up. I've just gone 12 hours, right? And so she's like, okay, TDAC form, please. Give her my TDAC form, which is on my phone. She scans it, beep, pulls it up on her PC. So you're here to see your girlfriend, right? I was like, okay, here come the questions. I was like, yes, I'm here to see my girlfriend. When did you meet her? Last year. I was like, should I say a date? Okay. How long have you known her for? I was like, well, doesn't that tie into the first question? For about 1.5 years? That's correct, at the time of meeting, yeah. Okay, is she Thai? Yes, she's Thai. I didn't do that. But, you know, I was, yeah, she's Thai.
No, they have to tick these boxes once it's got.
Yeah, and then she's, yeah, exactly. She's like, okay, what's her name? Told her name. And then obviously they were like, okay, and you're going to be staying with her right for the stay? I was like, she was being quite serious with these questions. I was like, yep, staying with her. And then I smiled at her and I was like, me added another little fact to try and batter her up. I was like, yeah, I'm even going to try and move here in the future. I love it, you know. It's just, yeah. Just be an English teacher.
Try and butter her up. I don't think she cares, but yeah, nice try.
I'm going to be an English teacher here, you know, just saying I'm a really big fan of Thailand.
And her just...
yeah. And you as well, woman. I'll take you out. I'm joking. I didn't do that. Did not do that. Anyway, so she just suddenly, like, I don't know what the switch up was. She was just like, oh, lovely. Enjoy your stay in Thailand. Slam.
Yeah.
Welcome to Thailand, my friend. Got the passport stamped. I was like,
brilliant. Yeah.
Where's the fucking toilets? So I run through, go through the gates, and then it was like, baggage, come and collect this way. I was like, nope, fuck you. Where's the toilets? I run up to the nearest security guard and I'm like, where's the toilets, mate? And he goes, what? I was like, oh my god, you telling me you don't speak English?
To be fair, one thing you should always learn is in every country you go to when you travel, learn where is the bathroom in their language.
Yeah, but I was so tired and I just couldn't be asked to, like, you know, find that out. I was like, toilet, and he went, huh? Oh, he was Thai, obviously. He had official stuff on and everything.
Yeah,
I was
of
like,
course, yeah.
So it's like, basically like, like toilets, like toilet. I'm not even joking. I did that because I had to mind.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. And then he went, oh yeah, over there. I was like, oh, that worked. And I ran, mate, to the toilet. And this is getting so long. I'm so sorry, guys. We're gonna skip ahead. Anyway, I sit down, do my business, defecating, as you would say. I reach for the toilet. I should have never said that. Yeah, I reach for the toilet paper. There's not any toilet paper.
Oh god.
Yeah, I know. There's no fucking toilet paper. And I went, what? I've got to see my girlfriend in less than 20 minutes.
Was there like another store you could have run around to? Or?
None of them had them in. Obviously, I was on the toilet. I'm like, oh my god. I look down and there's spray connected to the wall. And I'll find out later this is how Thailand works. You've got the bum spray. Instead of wiping, you spray your bum clean.
Everyone I've spoken to, like we're talking about like our sprays, or in like Japan they have bidets and stuff. Even in Italy, they have bidets in Italy. It's very common.
Oh yeah.
Everyone is like, oh, it's amazing. I think that's mortifying. I would never want to like spray freezing cold fucking water right up my house.
Have you tried it? Have you tried it?
I
Oh,
refuse to. Even in Italy, when it's like in every household there's a bidet, I'm like, I'm not even tempted to touch it. No,
no, that's
no, I don't want
crazy.
to.
You better
Toilet paper
try, mate. You
exists.
might
I could just
enjoy
use
it.
that. No,
You might even enjoy the feeling, mate. I'm just telling
I
you.
don't want to find that out. No.
Okay, all right. Well, I did it. You know, I had no
All right.
choice.
Okay.
I went.
Oh
I was
yeah.
like, oh, you know, it's just like getting pegged but with water. So I was like,
And
you
how do you know
know. No, I've not been pegged. I've not been
okay.
pegged. I'm being serious. I've not. That sounds really odd. But I'm just guessing
Bit
because you know.
sus. Okay.
Yeah, I
Let
mean,
me just make a note of that to give that to our editor Luke, so he can
but you're
make
penetrating
a.
yourself though with water. You're
Hmm.
penetrating yourself with water. You might as well be. So it's kind of similar.
So you're saying you like being pegged?
No, no, never gonna be pegged.
Okay,
Definitely
okay.
not. Ever. No, no, no.
But you like the feeling of being pegged?
I like the feeling of spraying my bum clean. It's clean.
No.
Definitely clean. Right. So yeah, I did that, and then I was like, well, I need to dry my bum. Like, so I had to use tissues in my bag, and then I put them in the bin because in Thailand you don't flush tissues down the toilet. You put them in the bin.
That's another thing I don't understand. Like with bidets
Yeah.
and sprays, how do you dry yourself? Do you just leave yourself wet? Like
I mean, some people do. Unfortunately, yeah.
that is to me disgusting. Like,
It is. Yeah.
even if it's like okay, clean, sure, but like
Yeah.
you're dripping wet into your underwear,
That is
and like
disgusting.
isn't
Yeah.
that just really uncomfortable as well?
It is. It is, and that's why
I don't know how it
most.
works. I know I'm very
Mm,
ignorant on this topic, so
mm.
please, anyone who knows, fill me in. But I do not understand how it works
But the good
with
thing is though,
afterwards. Yeah.
that was only the airport because the other toilets I went to in Thailand, like in the hotels and stuff,
Okay,
always had
okay.
toilet roll,
Good, good.
and that's for drying your bum clean, right?
Mm.
And then you put that in the bin, right? Because you do not flush toilets, not flush tissues down the toilet because for whatever
Yeah.
reason you can't. And I made that mistake so many times. It's a funny story about that coming up. Anyway, let's skip ahead. You know, I saw my girlfriend collecting my bag. The trip was awesome in Thailand, but so much almost made it a very bad trip. We could start off by saying that the first hotel we went to, so we obviously drove like 4 hours north from Bangkok to get to a hotel, and it was awful. The hotel was so bad. It's our first hotel, right? We go in, both tired. It's like midnight. It's 1 a.m. Me and Penny, we get in. You know, we get the bags, everything. The door doesn't lock. The door to the outside does not lock. Now we're in the countryside. It's like a resort.
Okay.
And I was like, wait, what? Are you telling me that someone could just walk in? And then we're just like trying to lock it. We're trying to press the lock and it just wouldn't lock. We're like, okay, we're gonna have to like be able to put like a suitcase up against it to shut it. And then to keep it, you know, from if anyone comes in. And the chain was broken. We could put the chain on. That's kind of dodgy. Okay. It's very dodgy that. And then we go over to the bathroom, you know, to have a shower. And opened the bathroom door, turned the light on, and I was like, oh my god. There's a snake coiled up in the shower.
To be fair,
What?
you like reptiles, don't you?
Yeah, but not like this in the shower,
Okay,
mate.
okay,
Like, bro, like, this is my first time. So I killed it I had to smack it with the broomstick.
You killed it.
Yeah, because there's no taking chances. Like, I'm not gonna grab it by the head if it's venomous.
To be fair, I thought you were going to say you got your girlfriend to deal with it because she's tired.
Oh no, she would deal with that.
No, okay.
I had to deal with it, so I killed it with the brooms. Just bang, killed it on
Awesome.
the head, chucked it out. It was in the fucking shower. It shouldn't have been there. Anyway, then the shower. There's too many problems with this photo. It was a really budget room. I don't know why we booked it. The shower had no. Obviously, in Thailand, you don't have like a section for the shower. It's just like one big floor, and the whole entire floor gets wet. And I hate that. I hate wet room showers, mate. And yeah, it just flooded into the bedroom after I started taking a shower.
Okay, well, a wet room's not meant to leak into the room. It's meant to be contained.
Do you see that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we both had shower together. Not that sounds really. We didn't have a shower together, no. But we both had a shower.
What you do is your business. It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. I did not just admit that on podcast. We both had a shower, right? 1, 2, yeah.
That's different intervals, yes.
Yeah, different intervals. And yeah, the bedroom started flooding. So we had to clean that up. It's now 1 a.m. We go to bed. The TV won't turn off because there's like a screen and we couldn't turn the TV off. So we had to turn ourselves around on the bed to face the wall because we couldn't sleep. Oh, it's just getting worse, man. And the next morning we booked a new hotel and went there. And that was an awesome hotel. The next hotel, 5-star, amazing. And we stayed there for the rest of the trip until we went down to Pattaya. And an island. We went to an island. I'll explain in a minute. Anyway, let's talk about the highlights, because that's the first sort of thing that went wrong. So you've talked about the landing. Obviously, when I got to Thailand, me and Penny kind of went around and we were like just exploring Thailand together, you know. We went to a zoo in Thailand, and this zoo that we went to was called Korat Zoo. It's in Korat Nakhon Ratchasima district, if you guys know where that is. And it's like, it's a really big fucking zoo. Like, compared to the UK, it's so big you have to go on like a car or a bike to get to the different areas of the zoo. And so we went to get like a bike rental. And there was a whole range of bikes, like cycle bikes, mopeds, golf buggies. And obviously I've had experiences with motorbikes in the past. I've driven a moped before, my friend's moped, but obviously not legally. I was like, it can't be that hard. You know, I was like, you know what? Let's get a moped, because I can't be asked to cycle on a tandem.
You don't even drive, mate.
Exactly. I don't even know how to drive a moped. And she was like, Judy, you don't have to go on a moped. And I was like, no, can't be that hard. Cannot be that hard. Right? I've got to impress the missus, you know. Well, she's not the missus, but, you know, the girlfriend.
By killing you both, yes.
Yeah, well, she didn't go on, thankfully. I was like, just watch me.
Yeah, thankfully.
Yeah. So I walked up to the Thai geezer. I was like, listen, let's get a moped, please. He just didn't even ask. Yeah, sure. Here's a moped. I was like, okay, yep. Obviously, I put the brake off, get on top, balance. I was like, you know, how hard can it be? You just put the throttle forward to turn it on. Got the speed gauge, speed brakes on the side. Let's fucking do it. I did not calculate how sensitive the thrust is on the. You're supposed to very gently put it forwards.
Yeah.
I just yanked it forwards because
it's not a video game. It's not an arcade machine. It's a real vehicle.
I figured that out, mate.
You need to be gentle with it.
I did an ISO speed. I went flying forwards. My head went back, like straight into, almost crashed into the wall. Thankfully, it was a corrugated iron, and I put the brakes on at the same time, so I was like, bang, hits the wall. Nothing was broken, because I could have.
Did the bloke see that happen?
Yes, it was in front of the bloke. It was in front of my girlfriend. It was in front of everyone.
Oh god, okay.
Yep. And I tried to save face. I was like, oh, this is a bit sensitive. Let me practice a bit more. And then Penny was like, no, get off it. We're not doing a moped. And I was like, oh, come on, let's need a bit more practice.
She saved your life, yes.
Nah. Unfortunately, we didn't get a moped. As much.
Fortunately, you mean? Yes.
Yeah, I swear I could have done it, man. If I just.
With all due respect, hearing that, I have no faith that you could have done it. So.
Well, I crashed a moped. There you go. That's what happened.
There you go. You almost crashed a moped.
Yeah, almost crashed a moped. We got on a bike, and it was worse because we were cycling.
Wait, did you say you still hit the wall, or you bumped it?
Kind of bumped it. I mean, if I hadn't put the brakes on, I would have gone straight through.
Oh yeah.
Broken them. Everything. Yeah. So good thing I know how to do that.
Good start. Yeah.
Good start. Anyway, so the trip happens. Let's fast forward a bit to some highlights of the trip, because I could say the whole trip, but it should be the entire hour. So no. We'll be moving on in a bit. Don't worry. So a few things happened along the way that were quite life-threatening, and I mean that. I mean life-threatening, because what happened was basically the first life-threatening thing was my girlfriend's life in danger. Now, Penny cannot swim. She cannot swim, right?
Okay.
That's just how it is. I can, she can't. Now, in Thailand, there's this water park that we went to in Khao Yai. It's a mountain district. Went to this water park with me, her, and her friend. And they give you life jackets. So, obviously, it's mandatory for every person to wear a life jacket. So you can play on the... It's like, like, have you seen, like, Takeshi's Castle?
Oh, I love Takeshi's Castle.
Yeah, it's exactly like that. So it's an entire obstacle course.
I want to go, mate. You could have taken me. Come on.
Yeah, no, you would love it, mate. We'll tell you what we'll do it. I'll take you to this water park. You would love it, mate. You have to do all the obstacles, slides. You have to try and get across the wipeout, and then fall in the water. But you have a life jacket on. That ensures everyone is safe. So when you fall into the water, you can rise to the surface, right?
Yeah.
Exactly, right. So obviously, she can't swim. If you can't swim, you're safe because you're wearing the life jacket. You're always going to float to the surface, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, we all wear life jackets. We go in and we start playing on the wipeout. We push each other in. We're playing for about half an hour. Like all of us just having an absolute. I was enjoying myself so much. Got so much water up my nose. Just falling into the water backwards and upside down and all that bollocks. But anyway, do you know what absorbing is?
So giant like inflatable balls.
Exactly.
Okay,
It's a giant inflatable.
Like a hamster
go
ball.
inside.
You're inside of it. Yeah.
Yeah. So me, my girlfriend, and her friend were like, let's all go in the Zorbing together, and we did. We all went in the Zorbing, went through. And now it's like at the moment it's upright. You know, we kind of like tumbled around in it, and then we're like, let's go out now. It's a bit boring. So her friend goes first. Now I was like, I can see this going wrong. If I go like feet first, the whole Zorbing could capsize and I'd have to go underwater to get out. So I was like, I did the wise thing. I went head first and kind of slid out and then went into the water.
Okay.
My girlfriend's left inside. And she just doesn't think. She just puts her legs out and the entire Zorbing goes boomf that way up. Now she's still fine. She's in the Zorbing, but obviously she's now stuck because the only way for her to come out of this Zorbing is to go underwater in her life jacket and go through to the surface.
Yeah, around it, yeah.
Can't be that bad, you know? That's fine. So she holds her breath, goes under the water, and just as she's moving under the Zorbing, the entire Zorbing rotates and collapses on top of her. So the entire dimension is now on top of her. And then me and Jackie are just like, what? And then she just starts underneath the Zorbing, like trying to get out of, like, bobbing, and obviously I just see her head just bobbing up and down under this thing, like battling to try and get it out.
Watching her die, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, wait. At first I was laughing with her from like, yeah. Actually, it's been like 5 seconds. Oh shit. You know, like you start panicking. You're like, this is bad. Yeah. She actually was starting to struggle, and then so we were trying to push the Zorbing off her, and it still wasn't working. She must have been trapped underneath that thing for like 20 seconds, and at that point I was starting to panic. And I was like, okay, this isn't good. So I for some reason, I don't know if it's because it's kind of all awkward and it's hard to move it. We just couldn't seem to push it off her.
Yeah.
So I had to literally kind of go half under, put my arm, grab her life jacket and pull her out. And when we pulled her out, she was like coughing, gasping, dying. And I felt very sorry for her, bless her. But she was like, I'm okay. I was like, no, you're not. You almost drowned. And I think she was very thankful. But she could have, now I think back on it, she could have actually drowned.
Yeah, of course. Where are the fucking lifeguards when you need them?
There was no lifeguards. That was the one safety hazard.
Health and safety is no longer.
Yeah, but I was thinking to myself, like, if me and her friend hadn't helped her out, she could have drowned because, like, that can happen. Like, if you're in an inflatable area, I think the worst thing is because you're wearing a life jacket, you are sucked to the surface, and if you're trapped underneath of an inflatable, there's no way of you getting to the surface. If you start panicking, which you did because you can't breathe, it's gone wrong. You'll drown. So that happened. And I'm very glad she was okay. And obviously she was thankful because I was like, I had to think fast. I was like, this isn't coming off, or I'm gonna have to put my hand under and grab her out. Thankfully it worked, and she was okay. But yeah, that was a bit of a scare, I think, for me as a boyfriend, because I was like,
oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Then I almost died. This is getting worse. And when I say I almost died,
but mind you, so Penny's mistake wasn't really a mistake. It was more just
a quick little accident. Yeah,
not her fault. Yours was entirely preventable, avoidable, and dare I say, entirely your fault.
I love how you were like, Jude, this is all your fault. Like,
because you're an absolute moron for what you did.
All right, mate. All right. Well, so I'll tell you what. So I'll tell the viewers and let's see if they agree.
Tell them first. Yeah, go on.
Okay, so towards the end of my trip, me and my girlfriend were in the hotel. And we were like, let's order some food. You know, order the food to the hotel room. And we're going on the food. It's called Grab Food in Thailand. You like just eat in the UK. Banana banoffee pie as a dessert. I love that. I love that. Okay, we order banana banoffee pie with a bunch of other stuff. Then Penny's like, hey, can you just go out and see the geezer? You know, get the food. So I go down the hotel, collect the food off the moped driver, go back upstairs, and unbox our food. My banoffee pie isn't there, but instead it's been replaced. And there's a little note saying we're out of banoffee pie, so we've given you 2 cakes instead. That was my order. 2 cakes with clearly like nuts all over the top, plastered all over the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And so I was like, maybe this is bad because I'm so allergic to nuts that if I eat nuts, I'll die. That's just how it is.
Yes, you are near deathly allergic to nuts.
But I can eat almonds. I'm not allergic to almonds. They're the only nut I can eat. Right? Okay, yes. So in my defense, right, I was like...
No, okay, there's no defense. No.
No, right, let me defend myself. So I said to Penny, right, I was like, listen here. Are these almonds? And she was like, let me try. Yeah, these are almonds, Judah. These are definitely almonds. So I was like, you sure? Are they almonds, right? I was like, okay, so it must be almonds then. So
Yes, this assortment of nuts that all looked a bit different from each other. They're
yeah,
all almonds. Yes, all of
that's
them.
what I thought. I know, it
Every
was
single
stupid.
one. That one looks like a no, that's an almond. Yeah.
No, but here's the thing. In my defense, I put it in my mouth. I put a bite of the cake in my mouth, and I chewed it, and I waited. I didn't swallow it. It's like if I'm allergic, I'll start coming up, and I'll spit it out, and I won't eat it. Nothing happened. My mouth was fine. I was like, huh. I ate the entire bloody cake. And what's ironic is that I then said to my girlfriend, I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna die!" And she got really concerned, and I was like, "No, I'm fine." That was the ironic part, because about give it 5 minutes, my stomach started to hurt, and I was like, "It's just me. My mind playing tricks on me. I'm not gonna ignore it. It's fine." 20 minutes later, I'd say my stomach is now starting to really hurt. I'm starting to feel sick, and I'm like, I look at her and I'm like, I'm actually starting to feel sick, and she's like, no, shut the fuck up. You just did that earlier. And I was like, no, I'm being serious.
The boy who cried wolf.
Yeah, the boy who cried wolf. And she was like, Judah, stop packing around. I was like, no, I feel sick. I was like, don't worry, it's fine. I don't look like a dork in front of her. I was like, it's fine. I'll be okay.
You already bloody crashed a moped and almost shat yourself. Come on. Like, a bit late for that now. Come on. That's just
oh yeah, this is awful. It's just, you should make a Netflix show just of my travels. It'd probably go viral because of my stupid antics. Anyway, what happens was, fast forward 1 hour later, I am in the worst pain I've ever felt in my entire life, and I cannot describe this pain. It's not a sickness, it's a pain. I couldn't vomit for some reason. I just couldn't vomit. It was like my entire chest, lungs, stomach were being burned alive. That's what it felt like. I've never felt in so much pain, to the point I'm literally clutching the walls, shaking, and I'm like, I can't even moan. I can't even like make a noise of disgruntle, because I'm in so much pain I can't even talk. And Penny was like, Judy, you need a doctor. I'm like, no, it'll be okay. I'm gonna see it through. It'll be fine. She's like, Judy,
I'm gonna
it's not
see
fine.
through my allergy. Yes.
Yeah, I
that
thought
works.
I could sit through it. Yeah. And I was getting worse and worse. And I put Mr. Bean on as well. So I watched Mr. Bean. And she's like, Judy, you need to go to the doctor.
Global cure for allergies is Mr. Bean.
Yeah, I didn't. I was like, and then she was like, Judah, you need to go to the doctor. No, I'm fine. And then she was like, okay, well, I'm going to go to sleep now. If you need me, just wake me up. I was like, okay. So she went to sleep. She fell asleep. And then I can't even remember what happened next, because I just remember sitting on the bed and I felt so painful I started to keel over, and I was like, my stomach, then my heart started to go really fast, and I actually felt, I suddenly realised, I think I'm going to die, because I felt like the pain was getting so bad that something was going to happen. You know when the pain is like 10, like if the doctors say 10 being the worst out of 1, how much pain, I would say it was a 20. It was the worst. I couldn't do anything, and it was only getting worse, so it wasn't calming down. And so Penny wakes up and she could see I'm keeling over, and she's like, Judy, and then I just looked at her and said, call the fucking ambulance, like I need to go to hospital. And she's like, yes, you do. So she calls the ambulance. And obviously in time, my boyfriend's had a really bad allergic reaction, he needs attention now, and they go, oh, I'm sorry, there's not any ambulances in service currently, but the next ambulance will be with you in about half an hour. No. And I was like, no, I can't wait that long. I think it's going to happen to me. I'm going to die. Like, I'm not, at this point, I was on the floor, and I'm not even
Poor
joking.
Penny must be terrified. Yeah.
She was getting really scared, and I felt really bad for her, because she was starting to really panic, and she was like, no, my boyfriend needs help. And they were like, sorry, we genuinely cannot send you an ambulance. We're packed right now. This is in Pattaya City, one of the busiest cities in Bangkok. In Thailand, sorry. So but Penny had to make a split decision, which would later go on to save my actual life. So big shout out to my girlfriend. She actually saved my life. In all seriousness, I can't butter this up. She actually saved my life. So she had to call the private medical services and say, I'm going to pay all my money. Just need to see my boyfriend right now. Like I don't know what's going on with him. He's going to die. And she was getting really concerned. And they said, please tell me his symptoms. She told them everything, and they said, we're on our way immediately. She puts the phone down, then she sees me, and at this point I was almost unconscious. Now, I knew this because she told me afterwards, but from what I can remember, I just remember being on the floor, and you know when you start to feel lightheaded because you can't breathe, my lungs started to close up. And that's the problem. Okay, and then my lungs started to close up all of a sudden. So on top of all the pain of my entire body, I started to not breathe. I was like, I actually then started to realise this genuinely doesn't feel like, I feel like this is going to end badly for me. And then Penny obviously, so she then sees my dire state, and she comes down and starts trying to comfort me, tell me I'm all right, hugs me, you know, just trying to help me out. But no amount of affection could have helped me at that point. I couldn't have milked it.
Yeah, of course.
I was in so much pain. The doctors come into the room. The ambulance people, they take my pulse and a finger, and I remember looking at them, and they were looking at each other. And they just grabbed me, literally put me in a stretcher, and just went vroom, down the stairs. And then the reception on the hotel were like looking at me like, what happened to him? They put me in the ambulance. Penny goes into the ambulance. Everyone goes into the ambulance. Penny's my girlfriend, by the way. And yeah, just letting you know. I keep saying Penny and then my girlfriend, right? And then so it was in the ambulance. The ambulance starts to go vroom to the hospital at full speed. And this is the moment. I'm not gonna joke about this anymore because it's actually a serious event. This is the moment I realised I was gonna die. And I've never had this in my entire life, because all of a sudden I couldn't breathe. Like, I genuinely couldn't breathe. And I remember looking, and it was almost like life started to slow down. It was almost like everything stopped. The pain got so painful that I started to feel at peace. I'm not even joking. Like, I didn't feel it anymore. I just felt so in a massive amount of pain that I couldn't do anything. And then my body started naturally reacting by forcing myself upwards, trying to breathe, and then go back down again. Like, it was literally convulsing. And I remember just being conscious throughout it all, just be like, and then I looked at my girlfriend, Penny. She was crying. And then I looked at other people. They were concerned. And then at that moment, I actually then kind of told myself, I'm going to die. Like, I guess this is it. Like, literally, I was like, it's been a good run. And I'm smiling, but it wasn't good. In the moment, I was like, I think this is genuinely it. I'm going to die. Like, this is, like, I had to accept that. And I was like, I'm going to die. And what happened was, they got me into the hospital. They kept on trying to compress my chest, do different things with it, trying to get me to breathe. I managed to get gasps in every few seconds, which was what kept me alive. They put a mask on me, trying to get oxygen, forcing it into me. And then I went unconscious. And basically what happened next is they couldn't operate on me unless they be paid. So Penny paid all of her money, which was a lot in Thailand. You have to pay for it. She paid everything she had. She just help him, just take my money, just do everything. They got me in, and then what happened next obviously is I don't remember, but obviously I was told what happened. So they injected me with loads of injections. So morphine, number one, to help with the pain. Course, all this sort of stuff to sort of calm down the allergy. And I regained consciousness later on. And I'm gonna skip ahead of time. I started to calm down, feel better. I was really high on morphine. I didn't understand. The doctor said I need to talk to him. So he came in, and he was like, "Listen, what happened tonight? If we hadn't seen you 20 minutes earlier, you would have died." Like he said, you were going to die, and you will or would have died if we did not operate on you today. If we didn't give you this injection, you would have died. And then I was like, oh my God, really?
It's seriously concerning. I can take the piss out of you now because you're fine, but at the time, fucking concerning, of course,
Yeah, and I put my story like almost died in Thailand, and people were like, "Wait, what?"
Insert picture of Julia's hospital. Yeah, we'll put a picture up of you in
insert now on the podcast. I'll send you it. This is a photo of me now, right on the screen. This is what I look like. Anyway, I almost died. And
I'm so thankful that you're okay.
Thank you.
However, you're a moron for having a nut cake. Mind you,
I know.
It wasn't called.
I learned my lesson.
For everyone, right?
And I didn't have an EpiPen either.
Guys, listen. It's not an almond cake. No. No. It's a nut cake.
It's a nut cake.
Nut cake. And you're allergic to basically every nut other than almonds.
Yeah, I know. I shouldn't have done it.
And you think, nut cake. I can have that. It's got almonds on it. Amongst like 7 other nuts. Come on, mate. Come on.
I know. I was
You
stupid.
did it yourself.
I did.
You can't blame anyone.
I could have killed myself.
You literally almost killed yourself unintentionally.
I know. Yeah. It was so bad and stupid of me.
But I'm glad you're okay. I'm very glad you're okay.
Thank you. I mean,
you are an idiot for all of that.
Yeah. When I actually told my friends the story, they were like, "Oh shit, we could have lost you." My family were concerned. Everyone was concerned. But
of course,
they could have been it. Like genuinely, like you probably would have heard the Judissimo me podcast. Judas died. Like it would have. I would have had to
put out an episode
of commemoration.
God, I'm sorry, guys, but he's fucking dead. No joke. He's dead.
Oh, that would be
Quite a
so
little
sad.
sad memory reel. You know,
All of my moments on stream, but I'm here. I survived. I'm back
you're
again.
here, thank God. Yeah,
I made it through. Yeah, exactly,
yeah.
literally. And yeah, to cut things short, I went back to when I got back to the UK. I said to the British doctors, I gave them my report,
Yeah.
and just to make sure, my British doctor has been seeing me for ages. When I say British, like he's my doctor, right, in the UK.
Yeah.
He said, "You really could have died." And that's when it hit me, because it wasn't just it's my actual doctors who looked at my report, looked at my symptoms, looked at my medication I was on for 2 weeks after to repair my body, and he said, "You would have died, and you could have died." And that's when I realised I was like, that was bad, very bad. And obviously I've then been given special EpiPens that I have to always take around with me all the time. So when if I am
You should have
stupid
had
ever
one on you
again,
anyway.
I know, I
With
was
an
so
allergy
bad,
that
yeah.
severe, like I have a seafood allergy. Mind you, it doesn't kill me like it kills you. It might just make my throat swell up over time.
Yeah.
I have plenty of time to react to it though. I might have like a whole day to react to it, whereas you do not have that privilege. You need an EpiPen with you.
I know, it's really bad.
You need one. Yeah.
I do. I really need an EpiPen, and now I know. And that is really it, guys. That is the most highlights I'm going to go through of my trip without obviously making this too long, as we've kind of spoken this about.
It's basically the Thailand episode, but there's nothing wrong with that. It's all good.
For the talk about, it's just the Thailand episode. But yeah, obviously this whole segment's just going to be called Judah's Thailand trip, I'm guessing, just so everyone can surf around.
Timestamps for those stories. Yeah.
Cheers, mate. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, obviously, other stories will come out later on the podcast, but they don't need to be. Anyway, Eli, what do you think? What do you think of the highlights of my first
I think you had. I mean, you've mainly spoken about the downs, but you had some good times too.
I did.
No, you had a very eventful first trip abroad. Very eventful.
Exactly. I did.
Very dangerous, very careless, but at least you're back safe and you had a good time.
Exactly. That's what matters. Yeah. Exactly. That's what matters. That I'm still here in the flesh, not dead in a coffin somewhere in Thailand. Yeah. Anyway,
for future episodes, there will not be. This initial segment should be like 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, this is not going to be.
I don't even know, like an hour. So
yeah, this is an hour.
Sorry
the rest of the hour is going to be other content, obviously, but the first hour is just going to be.
Yeah, this episode, first one will be a little bit different, but usually it'll be
I mean, they need
more about the other things than today.
They've had like a year of no content. They deserve a long episode.
Of course. Yeah.
Exactly. Anyway, anything else you want to say in your talk about, my friend?
No, I mean, I've been going back and forth to Italy.
You have.
And it's weird because we're also talking about the airport and everything. And going through border control in Italy, every single time I've gone through, and they have to stamp your passport. Obviously, they don't speak much English at all. Usually.
Right. They're supposed to, aren't they, in airports?
They don't ask me questions though. When I went to the Netherlands, they asked me like loads of questions, like, "Oh, why are you here?
Yeah.
Where are you staying? This." When I went to Italy, no questions.
Oh wow.
Like just put his hand up for me to give him the passport. He just stared at me for like a minute or two.
It's just you, isn't it? Your
stamped
face.
Just stamped it.
Okay.
Just like issued me to go. Not a word was spoken. Like I didn't even I said hello, and he just give me your passport, and then so I gave it to him.
Not a word.
He literally just stared me down, stamped it, and it wasn't just that one guy because the same thing happened. I think I've been to Italy like 4 times now, 3 or 4 times. The same thing happened every time. They didn't speak to me ever.
No one spoke to you.
Not in Olbia, not in Cagliari, anywhere. Different airports I've gone to. Same situation. They just look at me.
The silent rule. Wait, did they speak to anyone else though in front of you? Did you like
Italians? Yeah, I spoke to the Italians, but I think because I come up to them, I say hello. Like trying to be nice and
foreigners. We don't like.
They just think.
I mean, your partner, she's Italian. Did you just ask her like, what's going on?
She's not through security, is she?
No.
If I'm going to visit her, how is she coming with me from England?
No, but like, did you tell her, and did she tell you like, why is that?
No, she just said,
just fucking the airport's the problem.
I mean, I think it's just an Italy thing, you know.
An Italy thing, right?
Right, we need to move on with this damn episode.
Yeah, we need to move on.
Too long on the intro.
There you go. This is literally like I think the longest we're ever going to have a talk about.
Ever, yeah.
Exactly. So, let's move on to the next little segment. Now, because we are doing an episode revolving around spilling the tea, spilling the confessions, me and Eli are both British, if you haven't can't tell already. So we're going to be bringing a cup of tea to every episode, or a mug of tea, but cup of tea for the title. And so obviously we're going to be asking each other what tea we have for each episode. So Eli, what is your cup of tea today?
Today I have brought a builder's tea, which is just English breakfast. with milk.
Mm. Wait,
I
what?
don't take sugar with my
What,
with
brownies
milk.
and bacon all slammed in there as well?
Nah,
Never heard of it.
it's called a builder's tea in London.
Yeah.
But it's just a English breakfast tea with
Yeah.
milk.
So your
Simple,
basic British milk.
basic British tea. Yeah.
I love how you've
But no
done
sugar. I do not take with my tea or sugar.
that. Oh,
Ever.
controversial that. I
It's not
can't
good.
drink
I hate
tea
sweet
without
drinks.
sugar.
I don't like sweet drinks. No.
Fuck you.
And coffee too. I like.
You need a bit of
a
sweetness
black
in your
coffee.
life.
No.
Why?
That may be bitter and horrible. No.
You are. That's the whole point. You're so
Oi.
bitter and horrible. No, because listen. I have a builder's tea as well. I have the normal, traditional, black tea. It's got a unfathomable. I can't speak. Unfathomable amounts of sugar in it. Probably about 6 or 7, and it's got.
Huh?
Yeah.
Fuck
You know.
6 or 7.
6 or 7 sugars, mate. It does the job. Gets the milk in there as well. I've got loads of milk. It's a lovely sweet tea. I call it the Sweet Tea 5000. Judas Special.
This man also does not drink water, mind you.
I don't. I do not. If you haven't,
He has nothing
listened
but
to
sugar and
Mhm.
every drink under the sun other than water.
I know, it's amazing. I live a life of sweetness. I'm a sweet man because of the amount of sweet things I drink. And
He'll
you
be
live a
dead at
life
30.
of cold treachery
He'll be dead at 30.
and defecating on toilets.
Oh, God. Okay.
Anyway, we both have the same tea, but there's a bit of a difference. You don't have any sugar. Do you have milk? I guess you have milk.
Yeah, milk, yeah.
Obviously. I've always wondered, what does a British tea taste like without milk? I've always had
Oh,
sugars.
I like black tea, yeah.
I mean,
tea's
yeah,
good.
I have. Sorry. I've always wondered what a normal British tea doesn't taste like without sugar. Sorry, because I don't think I've ever had a tea without
Tastes
sugar.
proper and good. You
It
should
just tastes
try
like
it next
fucking
week.
leaves, mate. That's what it
Try
tastes like.
Fucking tastes like leaves. What do you mean?
Because it's just leaves, like in
Then
water.
make it milky. Make it weak.
Make it milky. I'd love to
Yeah.
make it milky, mate.
That
Very
sounds-
milky.
Why do you make it sound so gross?
That's the whole point. Anyway, that's your that's your cup of tea, right? That is my cup of tea.
That
and
is
the
my
mugs.
literal cup of tea, yes. And
Yeah,
it's tea.
there we go. Let's show off the mugs. Well, for the video listeners, if you're watching this on video, you've got the English flag. Lovely, you love that.
English, excuse me.
What? British then, sorry.
Yeah, thank you.
British flag. And then I've got the Super Mario Japanese Nintendo mug. I've made it sound really more cool than it should be. You can't. My camera is like not mirrored, so you're gonna see it backwards. But it's a Super Mario.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
You can see it,
yeah.
okay.
I can see it fine.
It's even made by Nintendo. It says Nintendo 2017. This is a Nintendo mug.
Mine is made by
Hopefully it's
Tesco?
not China.
I think it's Tesco.
If it says China, I'm gonna be so upset with you.
Well, it just says dishwasher safe, so
Okay.
we're gonna assume it's a generic brand.
Assume
There
it's
you
a
go.
generic English mug because I mean, in British culture is just drinking an English mug that's made in China. There you go. Just saying.
Well, everything's been made in China.
Everything. No, not this one. This was made in Nintendo. Actually, just saying.
Made in Nintendo. Really, yeah.
Hopefully. But
The
yeah,
country
this
of Nintendo.
the country of Nintendo, and obviously it's got Yoshi and some Japanese on there. I think that is Japanese. Yoshi,
Yeah.
I believe. Japanese people, if I'm wrong, tell me. Anyway, I'm gonna.
Well,
drink a
it's
bit of this.
backwards, so they wouldn't know, but yeah.
They wouldn't know, but
Right.
Anyway,
What's, okay. What
we've got
is
news of the week next, haven't
Yeah, news of the week.
we? Yeah.
I
So
think in this segment we mainly talk about. Also, we used to be a gaming podcast, so
you did, yeah.
we'll try and keep gaming a bit relevant in the podcast still with talking about news, but also current world affairs, random little bits and bobs, just to keep everyone up to date.
That's right. We're going to literally be covering everything. So, like, things that are relevant in the world, and that includes gaming news for you people that game, and obviously things that happen in the world that are big. It could be anything.
Sure.
So we have we have quite a few things to obviously point out and discuss. I this week would like to start things off with news of the week by saying Tomodachi Life, the popular Nintendo game that took the world by storm back in 2013, is released on the 3DS. A really fun game. If you don't know what it is, guys, then you have not lived. Where you make your family and friends in like a Mii form, Nintendo Mii, and they live together, and you play it as well.
I played it many times. Yeah.
Yeah, I loved it for
Good fun.
I remember when I got it for Christmas years ago. I loved it. Anyway, I'm sure most of the community that are fans of this game would agree with me, and I think you do as well. You're a fan. We've been waiting for years for a sequel to come out on the Nintendo Switch.
How
Because
long?
yeah,
Touchy
I think-
Life released it.
I think it was 2013. I think that's when they first released it. Have a
What
little
did it
look.
tell me? Hello.
believe it. I mean, from memory, I think it was 2013.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Perfect.
Yeah. So that is a long time ago.
12 years. Well, it's coming up next year, so 13 years.
Oh.
Yeah.
13 years. That is so long.
13 years. Wow.
Exactly. So we've been waiting for basically a fucking long time.
Very long time. Yeah.
Yeah. And basically, yeah. So a very long time for this game, and they finally announced it. Like I gave up. I was like,
in the series. Yeah.
Yeah, I just didn't know it was going to happen. But they've just announced it not too long ago. Tom is actually alive, living the dream. And it appears to be, they've pulled quite a lot of stuff from the original, which is good. They've listened to the fans, which just kind of makes
they haven't made it like, Nintendo Switch Sports.
Oh,
how
yeah.
they changed it from the Mii's, from Wii Sports to some freaky, realistic things. Luckily, for Tomodachi Life, they've actually brought back Mii's. Finally.
So good. So
brought
good.
back Mii's. Although in a different style, but it's still Mii's.
It's still
still
Mii's
creepy, still funny, still silly. So,
yeah. It's going to be... I'm gonna pre-order it. I'm gonna be one of the first people to get that game. What about you? I mean, you haven't got a Switch, have you?
Well, my girlfriend does, so I can always borrow hers. So
yeah, just get a Switch.
Luckily, it's on normal Switch as well, not just Switch 2.
Oh yeah, that's
which
a good
I'm
point.
very grateful for, because most games are coming out on only the Switch 2, but this one's coming out on both.
Bollocks.
So
yeah, I don't like the Switch 2.
Thank goodness for that. It's really good. Yeah.
Thank goodness for that. But yeah, that's happening. Eli, what have you got next? What news have you pulled next?
What actually I wanted to say is what I forgot to mention. I don't know if you probably. Maybe it's not niche. If you look on TikTok and online stuff, it's very popular currently. There's a new skate game that came out in early access. It's an EA skate game. We've been waiting over 15 years for this game to come out. As I grew up, I played a lot of Skate 2 and Skate 3. Skate 2 is one of my favorite games of all time. Xbox 360 game. Very old, but very good. But yeah, they finally made a new one, early access. It's obviously got a lot to work on. The skating aspect is very smooth.
It's very fun as well.
The gameplay is perfect, basically.
And the ragdoll effect when they hit the ground.
Oh yeah, that's brilliant. Yeah, but the vibes are, the vibe is very cartoonish, very bright, very colourful.
Yeah.
It's very different from the last games, so it's still good. It's a good game. I'm not dogging on it. It's good. And it's early access anyway, so they'll change it as time goes on.
There are changes to be made. Yeah.
Yeah, it's still in beta, so plenty of time to change things, but. I think it's pretty good so far.
You've played it then, I'm guessing. You've tried out.
Oh, I've been playing lots. Insert random clip of me playing the game.
Okay, go on. What's it like? What's your first thoughts then?
Well, no, I think it's brilliant. I think it's a very good game. I said before, it's free to play, which is different from the previous ones. Unfortunately, that means microtransactions everywhere.
Oh yeah, DLC
if you want a nice looking
everywhere.
T-shirt, if you want to buy a hoodie, shoes, you have to pay real money for it, which is the most annoying thing ever. So everyone,
like
if you don't pay real money, like Roblox, everyone looks default and generic unless you pay, which I hate that. But
you can't even earn. Can you earn skins? That's what
you can earn the basic clothing, but it's all really ugly. It's like, oh, congratulations, you played 100 hours. Here's some bright green socks. Like it's literally the worst.
No,
so unless you pay,
I wanted orange socks. What do you mean they're bright green? I wanted black socks. What?
You're gonna get bollocks unless you pay. So
that's fine. Yeah, I mean, at least they've got the main game mechanic out there.
The game mechanics are down really solid, so that's what's important. It's fun to play, and that's what matters, I guess.
Me and you like playing. When I ran
we played.
Your house.
I showed you Skate 2. We played Hall of Meat mode.
I remember that. Yeah. We were taking it in turns to like play it on your Xbox.
Off buildings,
yeah, like in like the ragdoll. It was so fun. I remember at the time as well. That was a period of my time where I was coming out of a very toxic relationship, and I was with you, and like I think we decided, didn't we, that I was not going to talk to her, my significant other at the time. Until I came back from London, and that's when I broke up with her. I won't go too much into why, but yeah, just all you need to know is that it was toxic.
I kept you busy during that time. Yeah.
Exactly, you kept me busy, so it was like instead of dealing with that emotional rubbish, I was like, right, so let's play Skate 2, and it was an amazing time. Eli, we need to meet up again.
Brilliant.
Exactly.
We too. I mean, Skate is free to play. You can even get it on your PC.
There we go.
So
Stream already in the making.
To play. Obviously, it's not sponsored. I wish we were, but no. But just saying, it is a really good game, and because it's free, I recommend everyone try it. You do need a controller to play it.
Snatch. I've got a controller. It's not. I've got an actual controller that I can connect to my PC.
Cool. But yeah, it's a good game. I just saying, adding the news, Tomodachi Life's coming out next year, but this new skate game just came out. So, me personally,
So fun.
big fan. So,
Big
you
fan.
should
Let's do it.
keep an eye out. On less positive news, I mean, Xbox has been increasing their prices for their games
They've
and
been doing
their
bad,
consoles,
haven't
and
they?
the Game Pass. They're now adding new tiers, which are like double the price of the old one. So,
Why?
actually, the page to cancel subscriptions for Xbox crashed because so many people at the same time went to cancel their Game Pass.
Oh my god.
Literally, it crashed. So
because they don't want to pay that much money. That's just fair.
Everyone's clearly upset. So hopefully Xbox look at that and go, oops, and change it. Fingers crossed, because that was like the only good thing Xbox had going for them, and they're now going to mess it up.
Well, they've always been doing a bit bad.
Mistake, then,
They've been known, as much as they are a massive gaming company, they've been known as of recent to be going through monetary struggles, unfortunately, because they're like really pushing for deals with the likes of Nintendo, which are a shit gaming company, and tides of production. They're just trying to promote, trying to get their stuff out on all platforms, and it's been rumoured that they could close down if they keep, which is really odd because so many people love Xbox. Like, why are you struggling with money? Is the boss got like a gambling addiction? I don't know. Yeah, I guess we will never. Hopefully, it kind of makes sense to me that they're doing this, because if they are actually struggling as rumored, then it makes sense as they're trying to get more money so they can keep the company afloat. But I guess we will never know, and hopefully they are going to lose people if they keep doing that, because no one's going to pay more money. No, the best buyers are people that don't have to pay as much. That's how it is. Yeah. Anyway, moving on from obviously gaming. Sorry for the Xbox people out there that have had to pay more, I guess. Moving on from like world news, I think you've got something to present about Gaza, haven't you?
Oh yes, sir. It's not like We're not we're not a political podcast per se.
No,
but we're just giving world news. Obviously, as
we'll
of
just
recording
cover
this,
topics that happen.
4th of October recently, an aid flotilla sent to give aid to Gaza in the form of clothing, food, baby supplies, things like that. Nice. It has been stopped by the Israeli forces. Of course, it would be. They've. It's not detained. It's kidnapped. For those of you interested in the international law, they've not been detained. They've been kidnapped technically by Israeli forces. Activists such as Greta Thunberg, of course, one of the most famous ones, from all over the world. They are currently being sent back to their countries. They've been kidnapped and they're going to be deported back. And that aid that was meant for the poor, starving people in Gaza will not reach them. So
that's not good.
I know we're not political, but I wanted to at least have a moment to say free Palestine, and please do not support any Israeli government supporting companies, etc. If we can boycott them, it may make a difference. So,
100% free Palestine.
Even if you guys disagree with that, even if you're somehow pro-genocide, I will fight you on that. So,
it's only fair. Like, just look at the facts. They're obviously war. Obviously, come out and say war is a terrible thing. Unfortunately, it just seems that they
it's not even a war. You can't even call it a war when only one side has weaponry.
Yeah, it's even worse at this point.
One side has a military, one side doesn't. That's not a war.
It's complete and utter genocide, without going too deep into the details. But obviously, you guys already know. Obviously, you've sadly seen the news.
Of course, everyone knows this, but just in case people didn't know, there was a flotilla of I don't know how many ships, a lot of ships, and they were all stopped.
They were all stopped, which is ridiculous because the like civilians completely innocent. They didn't do anything. They need
all unarmed people as well. No
exactly. They need that relief. So it's very sad that's happened. And obviously we are quite powerless, just two dudes in the UK, but we do extend our thoughts. We extend our thoughts to the families and children affected by this disaster happening, and hopefully the world just learns to love each other, because that's all we need, guys. A bit of love for everyone. No more of this rubbish.
All we can do is hope that it ends soon.
There's too many arseholes out there.
Do what you can. Unfortunately, you cannot go and protest in public about this, because the UK government
they hate that.
Dubbed Palestine Action a terrorist organisation. Mind you, what are they doing? Holding up signs saying they don't support genocide, and that's apparently terrorism. So
I mean, let's moving on then to our next.
Big knobhead Keir Starmer. Again, we're not trying to get too political, but we do both agree.
I think everyone agrees.
A spineless man. I think everyone really agrees.
If you're listening to this and you're like, we love Keir Starmer, then what's wrong with you?
It's in the podcast for you, I'm sorry.
It's a very delicate subject. The whole world. It's like, mate, don't call me that.
It's just like, okay, sure. He once seemed like a very promising candidate But since he's got into power, he has become a very spineless person, or maybe he always was. I don't know. He's been very spineless. He goes back on his word. He recently, in a speech, said about, "Oh, UK has brilliant free speech, yet with the Online Safety Act, he's censoring
that
many
was rubbish.
websites needed,
Yeah.
even sobriety support websites. If you're an alcoholic looking for help, you can't access it under the Online Safety Act. You can't access it because it's not safe for kids. Why are kids going to be looking at that anyway? It makes no sense.
And I'm pretty sure like 99% of British people watching this agree with us. Like,
I'm sure, yeah. Or I have genuinely not seen anyone who is for the Online Safety Act. Obviously, I'm for like protecting the children online.
Yeah, but not
they're dubbing it. Oh, we protect the kids.
Important websites that need to be. And
you
obviously,
can't just censor everything and say it's all for kids. It's not.
Exactly. And if you think, guys, that it was correct or anything, I've had first-hand experience of what this was like, because I couldn't view my like American friends on Twitter, or my girlfriend as well, like people from other countries that posted completely harmless things, not even political, nothing, just posted like a picture of their food or something. It was like, sorry, you can't view this because the laws have changed. I was like, what? Like, are you mad? And obviously I had to give my ID in and everything, and eventually I got through, but it's just so bollocks.
It's dangerous because, for those of you who don't know, to access, it's not like it's blocked, but to access this content, you have to provide either face biometric data, so they scan your face to see if you're an adult.
Invasive of
you give your ID in the form of passport or driver's license or something like that. And the UK government isn't keeping this information. They've got a third-party American company that is handling it all.
What?
And again, with cyber attacks on the rise, that is a danger to us all. Again, another point I wanted to bring up: digital IDs coming into place in the near future, or at least before their term ends. Keir Starmer wants to make them mandatory. So if you want to work, you have to have a digital ID. And again, that is all your information on this one
online
of online data that can very easily be hacked and accessed in a cyber attack. It is not safe. It is unfair. We're being forced.
With like,
there's a petition with over 2 million signatures against it.
I mean, look at Russia, like trying to infiltrate our systems all the time, and then we've got IDs just flying around now. Well, not now.
We have like multiple cyber attacks on major companies every year now.
Exactly.
And for some reason now they think the time is right to introduce.
I don't understand.
Everything
I think it's the idea of modernising.
National insurance numbers. We have passports. We have driver's license. We already have.
We got enough.
Like very, very good ID systems. We don't need to do digital ID.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's their idea of modernising, but it's obviously doing the opposite.
It's control.
Modernising. It's control.
It's like Big Brother, honestly.
It is, and it is.
Control.
It's not very good. It's not very good. Obviously, we're British, so we're giving you the live reaction of what we think, and obviously we want to live in a country.
Off with the government. Yeah.
Exactly, and I think it's right because me and you are both British. We want our country to have the best for its civilians and people, and seeing possibly one of the worst prime ministers to ever take stand is awful. Like, the economy's just broken now. Obviously we've had some pretty bad individuals before in government.
I would say it's been a build-up of just like the worst, really bad, almost the worst, really bad, and still really bad.
So
the
UK's
to have a good prime minister.
Just gone downhill, and we just hope we have a good prime minister.
I mean, I'm still young, of course, but looking at history, I know we have had very little positive prime ministers.
Same. It's been pretty downhill, unfortunately, from the early 2000s onwards.
So all we can do is pray for the future, but
we can.
For now,
we're just to hope it gets better. I mean, the world is always going to go through ups and downs. It's how it is. But anyway, I mean, talking of the last thing on bad news, I'm sure all of us have probably heard about this very tragic event that happened yesterday in the UK. And the reason this is like global news, actually. Like, this aired on global news, and obviously as British people, we're shocked this happened. Obviously it's not a very nice thing to hear, guys, just giving you a warning. But yesterday in the UK there was a stabbing in Manchester.
An attack,
a terrorist attack, and a terrorist attack, and I think, was it 4 people were injured, 2 people were killed?
I don't know how many were injured. I don't have my facts up right now, but 2 were killed,
2 were killed.
Total, I believe.
Yeah, and
others were injured, yes.
Yeah, it was so awful. And obviously the police had to shoot the terrorist dead because I think the worry was that he had a detonation on him or something. And he started to move. When they said don't move, they shoot him dead. Obviously a very awful piece of news. And we really hope that the families of those people, but condolences with you. It's very sad to hear this on the news, and it seems to be a problem, sadly, in the UK. Crime is on the rise. all the time. Unfortunately, I mean, just hope that the government could put systems in place to stop such things.
Yeah, it is a tragedy. Obviously, we're not a political podcast again. We're not trying to. We're just giving
a normal
world news.
We're giving you normal news.
Yeah, but it's a tragedy. It has happened. I had to go out to all the people affected. I've seen on the news interviews with the rabbi and people who are absolutely heartbroken and traumatized from this, of course. So I hope they can find peace at some point.
Exactly.
In their life and feel safe again. You know.
Yeah, exactly. So we're obviously very sorry to hear this, and we hope our feelings are with you at this time. Moving on to our last bit of news that I'm going to cover. Talking of things going wrong. Obviously, this
not a lot of good news, unfortunately.
Not a lot of good. It's just like
maybe in a couple of weeks we'll have some happy news. We'll keep you up to date on what's going on.
This is the only serious segment of this podcast. Yeah, otherwise we're complete idiots. Obviously Thailand, and this was covered on Global News because I'm obviously moving to Thailand next year. Obviously I'm going back to Thailand in November. By the way, we'll talk about that next episode probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically Thailand and Cambodia got into a war. A mini war, a conflict, I think it's being called at the moment.
Yeah.
A conflict is the best word to use, sorry, not war. Because a war would be an all out, you know. So no, my words are wrong. Conflict. Over a dispute of borders and territory, mainly being a temple as well. That the Thailand owns a temple, right, that's ancient. But it's always been argued for years that is Cambodia's temple. I mean, there's many reports saying Cambodia, I mean, this is facts, did open fire on a 7-Eleven, killing quite a lot of, I think it was 11, don't quote me on this, I think 11 people were injured, or was 11 people died. Basically, people were injured, people did die, innocent people, near the border because Cambodia opened fire. Obviously, with that information, Thailand reacted, and they have been kind of shooting at each other since. And it got really concerning because it was like, if this does go out of hand, this could turn into an all-out war, and that would affect my plans, obviously, because I'm moving to Thailand, and my girlfriend is Thai. She lives in Thailand, and I'd be quite worried about her safety.
Of course, we already have enough wars currently going on in the world.
Yeah, so it's the last thing I need to hear. But thankfully, it seems to be calming down. They seem to be doing more conversations about it, and as far as I know, the conflict is still there. It's not as threatening as it was. So obviously, I would like to also extend.
There are tensions, but I believe they are. Well, last I saw on the news, which was maybe a week ago, they were talking. So
they are talking. I think Donald Trump actually got involved and tried to get them to ceasefire. Didn't work. No one.
I don't know why he thinks he's president of the world, but yeah.
I love how he just. I'm not going political here, but I love how when there's a problem, he just thinks he can fix it. Right, let me get involved.
No, it's just we're not trying to be political, even though we've just been saying political shit, but you know.
We're choosing our words
we do
carefully.
find it funny as British people to see any world news and Trump is just there.
He's just there. Always let me get involved. It's so funny.
Doesn't do anything, mind you. Just says, I'm going to fix it, and then leaves.
It's like, it's kind of crazy. You watch too much Superman.
It's just funny.
Let me save the world. But yeah, anyway. No, that's the world news over for this week.
As of the 4th of October, that is the recent news that we have.
Yes.
Obviously, hopefully in a couple of weeks we'll have some more happy news.
Yeah, hopefully. And obviously this episode again is a bit longer. We are sorry, but hopefully you enjoy it.
It's just the intro. First episode, we're trying to make it as long as we can, but things will be more natural and calmer and shorter in the future. Yeah. And
do let us know, do you like long episodes as well? But yeah, I mean, because we're doing a longer, I think, period of time for uploads, it's nice to, I guess, have a bit more content to consume, I guess. But anyway, moving on to now the exciting part of Not My Cup of Tea. I've been waiting for this.
Yes. I have, yeah.
I have been. Okay, so now we're going to be doing a new segment on this podcast. The next segment, sorry, is called Am I the Asshole? Now, I'm used to saying arsehole. It's so weird to say asshole. That's like American, isn't it?
It is arsehole. What do you mean?
Yeah. No, it's
say arsehole. Why are you saying asshole? Asshole
because
is
it's ASSHOLE. Asshole.
Yeah, but arsehole is the British way of saying it.
Okay. No, yeah, I'm glad you said
that.
But
I also think of like castle and castle. Like you have an accent from down south. It's like that, you know.
I thought it was spelled with a arse.
That's like a slang spelling.
Okay, my bad. Yeah, the arsehole. Sorry, Americans, you have no place on this podcast.
And some Northerners who say it that way. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Sorry about that as well. Yeah. Arsehole. Am I the arsehole? Am I the arsehole?
Am I the arsehole? Yes, we're going to say it like that.
Yeah. Am I the arsehole? Am I the arsehole?
Are you? Yes. No.
Yeah. Okay, right. It took you a bit of a second or two to think about. Anyway, we're both gonna me and
Getting the
Eli have
story
both
up.
chosen. Yeah, we've both chosen the story off of the Reddit thread Am I the Arsehole,
Mhm.
and we're gonna be obviously reading our chosen story. We both don't know what it is, but we're both gonna give our opinions on if this person is the arsehole, as the thread it goes. Eli, who's gonna go first? I think I'll
Do
give
you
my
want to go
voice a
first?
rest. I
Oh,
need to give
okay,
my
sure,
voice.
sure. Okay,
I've been
I can go
talking about
first. Mhm.
Thailand, so
No,
let's
it's fine,
read
fine.
out your arsehole
Drink your
story.
cold tea. Yeah.
It is a bit cold now, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Sure.
It's been going on for a while. Yeah.
Of course.
Okay. Right. So my story that I've picked for the Am I the Asshole?
Hmm.
Right. Let's
Let's
begin.
go.
Am I the asshole for asking my boyfriend to wrap an expensive gift I bought for myself so he wouldn't feel bad at my birthday party?
What? Sorry, say that again. I need
So,
to just
am I
calculate
the
that sentence.
asshole? Am I the asshole for asking my boyfriend to wrap an expensive gift I bought for myself so he wouldn't feel bad at my birthday party? So,
Okay.
this girl has bought a gift for herself, asked the boyfriend to wrap it, and say it's from him.
Oh,
Okay?
right. Okay.
Understand? Okay,
I'll
cool.
say nothing until we hear the rest of the story.
I'll
Let's
read the
hear
story.
this.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I, 25 female, recently threw a birthday party and invited our mutual friend group. My boyfriend, 27 male, had been going through a rough patch financially for the last 2 years. He used to earn really well, but things have been very difficult lately. He has EMIs, debts, and I've even lent him money to help him out. For my birthday, I bought myself a gift. Since I knew he wasn't in a position to buy me a gift, I told him, just wrap this and give it to me at the party. No one needs to know, and you won't feel awkward in front of everyone. All our friends were giving me gifts, and I genuinely thought I was sparing his feelings. But he got really upset, said I was ashamed of him, and accused me of making him feel small. I never told anyone I bought the gift myself, I just didn't want him to feel out of place. He later apologised, bought me a cake, and promised to do better financially and celebrate my birthday 10 times better next year. He also said he's considering switching careers to get back on track. Still, I'm feeling emotionally drained. I've always gone out of my way to make his birthday special, even when I wasn't earning much as a student. After 2 years of carrying most of the emotional and financial weight in the relationship, I'm starting to wonder, was I actually wrong here?
Hmm.
You got
Okay.
that, yeah?
I heard that right. Okay.
Hmm.
So basically, a boyfriend is obviously, we've all been there, is no longer in a good financial position, as
It
we've
happens,
heard.
it's fine, yeah.
It happens. So he obviously can't buy a gift. Two
Hmm.
things really. I mean, an expensive gift doesn't really matter as long as it's from the heart, you know, like
Hmm.
personally.
Yeah.
So I can see why he got annoyed personally.
Yeah. Hmm.
Because if my girlfriend did that to me, I'd probably be like, okay, that's a bit odd. You know, I feel like they both
Hmm.
feel like it's right. She thought it was right to do that,
Hmm.
and he thought it was wrong. But they both
Yeah,
got a good
yeah,
point. In
of
her
course, yeah.
mind, that was a nice thing to do, but it is a bit.
I
What do
think
you
in
think?
her mind, like, the effort was there, as in, like,
Yeah,
she had the right motivations, but
yeah.
it's not the, in my opinion, I think that's
Mm,
not the right thing to do. Because,
no,
yeah, like, I can imagine if I'm struggling with money and my girlfriend buys a really, really nice gift and tells me, oh, yeah, just give it to me and I'll act like it's from you.
it's kind
That
of
would make
yeah,
me feel like I'm helpless. Like, I really
yeah,
can't give you anything. When I'm sure, like, on his own or on my own,
yeah.
I would buy a small gift that is meaningful, or I just take her somewhere. Like,
Exactly. Is it? I think
he
it's not
probably
about the
had some kind of
expense. You know.
plans to do something, and before he
Yeah,
got the chance, she just told him, "Oh, just give me this, it's fine."
it
And he
is a
said
bit.
he
Yeah.
said it made him feel small, and
Mm,
upset him, which
I
is
think that's valid.
understandable.
I think it's
And
quite
of
valid.
course,
You
he
feel that.
wasn't being
Yeah.
like angry or anything. He even apologized for that. But I
Yeah.
think I feel like in this situation,
Mm,
yes, you're the asshole.
yeah.
You haven't considered his feelings. You try. I get you. You try to do the right thing, but you just haven't done the right thing. I'm afraid.
That
Um,
unfortunately is the same for quite a lot. But they think they're doing the right thing when actually it's the arsehole thing to do. Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know. Again, like same sort of thing. Like he obviously, if it's her birthday, it sounds like a big birthday. If she's having a party and everything, must be like a big age, like 25, 21. I don't know.
Mm,
So obviously, I'm guessing obviously her boyfriend obviously probably loves her. Obviously, they're together. He would probably have something planned. You know, like any boyfriend would. Like if they're even if they're not financially able to do something
mm, mm.
expensive. It's not about and she said expensive gift, right?
Yeah.
It's
Mm,
more. It looks to me like she's kind of all about the image of buying me something, because I mean, this does sound a bit like a direct thing to say, but it kind of says a lot about her. Because it's like, I want expensive things, and it's not, it's like, there's two things to this. It's an arsehole thing. I agree. I think she was the arsehole for this, unfortunately. And the problem also is the fact that it's not just about the whole point of putting him down by buying it for herself, and the whole thing, and him giving it to her. It's also the fact it was an expensive gift. It's almost like a double slap. It's like, yeah, but this is expensive as well. Yeah.
I mean, she spared him the public, obviously, because she said they had a party with mutual friends.
Yeah.
So, okay, she spared him the public humiliation of not being able to give a gift. But then there's that private humiliation of it being inside.
Yeah.
And when it's just the two of you, that does, of course, make you feel
very
helpless
sore
and small.
Exactly. And obviously, and she obviously knows that he's been struggling because she's been helping him out. So surely you should have cut him some slack here. Anyway, sorry. Sorry about that. Obviously, also, the whole point is that if they're friends, they're probably going to understand. They're not going to give a shit. Like, if I'm at a party, right, and I'm not going to give a shit if the boyfriend buys her a fucking sock. I'll be like, okay, that's just...
Or I'm not going to be like... they did that privately, not at the party. Like,
yeah, it's all about image and status, and it doesn't matter. Like, it's almost like she's thinking that the friends are gonna
a bit more thought could have gone into it. Again, like the motivation is correct, but she clearly didn't think well enough about what she was actually doing.
Unfortunately, yeah, she didn't think too well. So yeah, in conclusion, we both kind of agree.
We both think she is the arsehole in the situation, but up to the comments as well, and do let us know what you think on that story.
Yeah, let us know. Was she the arsehole?
They're both right in their own way, but I do think she's the arsehole.
Yeah, I agree. I think we can rule this out. Both agree that we think, in this case, sadly, you are the arsehole. Anyway, on to my arsehole story. Next, I have picked out... Let's have a little look. Let me find it here. Right, okay, so the title is called Am I the arsehole for uninviting my sister-in-law from my wedding after she leaked my pregnancy? All right, I'll read it again just in case you guys were confused. Am I the arsehole for uninviting my sister-in-law from my wedding after she leaked my pregnancy? Okay, that's the title. Let's read. I, 29 female, am 10 weeks pregnant. My partner, 28 male, and I told our immediate families early that I was pregnant, but made it very clear we weren't telling anyone else until after the first after the first trimester. Trimester, that's it. I don't know what that is.
It's like a pregnancy is 9 months, so after the first 3 months, then they'd say.
Got you, yeah. So they've obviously decided to keep it close. Last night, my fiance's sister, 29 female, posted a story on Instagram. It was a get ready with me for a family dinner we had last weekend. She then casually and indirectly talks about becoming an auntie, and she then tagged me and my fiance. I saw it when I got a notification that I was tagged. I had over 50 messages from distant friends and co-workers before I could even process it, and we hadn't even told our friends yet. I was totally mad, called her, screaming at her. She tried to say it was an accident and that she forgot, and she was just teasing. I told her she was uninvited from our wedding, and she cried. My future in-laws are furious with me, saying I'm overreacting and ruining the family over a silly social media post. They say I should just be more happy that people are excited. My fiance though is on my side. Am I the answer? Yes. What do you think of that, my friend? It's quite an interesting one, isn't it? Because
a juicy one. Yeah.
Shall I say my opinion first, or do you want to go?
No, go ahead.
I think that she is the arsehole. Now, the reason I say this is I'm not saying she's completely... I'm not saying her fiance's sister, so her sister-in-law, her sister-in-law.
Okay.
Right, sorry, my brain just started stammering. I think her sister-in-law did make a mistake. She made a big mistake. She should have respected that they didn't want it to tell anyone. She had that information. She was wrong to do that. That's just the truth. She shouldn't have done that. It was a big mistake. And obviously she said when she called her very angry with her that it was an accident. She admitted she was wrong, and then she forgot. But she did say I was just teasing, which does come across a bit like an arsehole thing to say from the sister-in-law. So I do get the anger, and I do get the frustration from why's my brain blanking, from this woman's perspective who's pregnant. I do get the anger here, but completely abolishing her from the wedding, like, this is your sister-in-law, I do think that's a bit of a stretch. What do you think? Do you think it's worthy of that punishment?
I don't agree. No, I don't agree.
Really?
I think she's not the arsehole in the situation.
Oh, okay. Okay, why?
Okay. They said they made it very clear. Like, very clear that we're not telling anyone yet. They said they made it very clear. You do not accidentally forget that. Or if you do, you really just don't care about it. So, I feel like they're the arsehole, not the pregnant lady. I get what you're saying, like, uninviting from a wedding is a big deal.
But the wedding, like, come on, like, that's going to cause problems.
But okay, like, sure, okay, she got angry, she was like, you're uninvited from a wedding, whatever. Maybe she could have overturned it and said, okay, fine, you can come to the wedding. But the family said, oh, don't, like, the future in-laws, they said, oh, don't throw it away over a silly social media post.
She's overreacting, it caused a big problem,
Yeah, saying that would tip me over the edge, and I go, no, fuck it, you're not invited.
Yeah.
If they didn't, I mean, if it was me, I mean, I'm not a woman or pregnant, but if it was me, like, if they didn't say, like, oh, you're overreacting over a silly social media post, if they didn't say that, I would have just re-invited her and gone, okay, bridge under the water, fine. But saying that on top of it all, that's, like, over the edge for me.
They did justify it, so I get the frustration.
Justifying the sister-in-law's mistake, maybe not mistake, maybe mistake.
But still, like,
I think they're the arsehole.
Fair play, but if you think about it, isn't she going to look like an arsehole? Like, imagine all her friends, family.
She's going to look like an arsehole to the future family, but
yeah, it's like, wait, why aren't you in-laws here? Oh, she leaked the pregnancy. It's like, okay, oh shit, a bit okay. It's like, all right. But I get it.
But if you just say, like, if you said something like, oh, she leaked our pregnancy when we clearly told her not to, then you'd be like, oh, okay, fair enough. You know, you'd understand that girl is a bitch. Let's not.
I get what you mean. Maybe if she was saying sorry immediately, it was my fault, then maybe she should have cut her some slack.
If she just apologized normally and didn't say, like, she was teasing and stuff, that's an excuse. To me, that sounds like she's immediately excusing her behavior.
Right.
And maybe she kind of subconsciously knew what she was doing, or just straight knew what she was doing. So
okay, yeah. Well, obviously, we both sort of. Yeah, I don't know. The thing is, I don't completely disagree with you. I do. I don't completely disagree. Like, I get you. Maybe it was a bit uncalled for, and she should be.
I get you too. It's just
maybe it was a bit too much. And they let us. You need to let us go. Let us know, guys. What do you think? Is she the arsehole or is she not? Okay, that is the am I the arsehole segment of this podcast.
So, of course, please do tell us what you think, and we will respond to you in the comments, of course.
Exactly. But before we go on to the next segment, which is spill the tea with some very juicy confessions, we're going to hit a quick ad break, and then we'll see you again after. Thank you. Hello. Sorry, did I startle you? I bet I did, because I just interrupted your favourite podcast to listen to, the Not My Cup of Tea podcast. Don't worry, I'm not here to take up much of your time. It's just the host, Juditary, chiming in to say a little quick reminder that if you do have any confessions of your own, or stories that you think you really are too embarrassed to tell to your own friends, then don't worry, because you can tell them to me and Eli. Just send them in to notmycupofteapod@gmail.com. That is notmycupofteapod@gmail.com. And if you really do want to be made super anonymous, just tell us in the email that you don't want your name read out, and therefore we can go ahead with your confession with no one knowing. But until then, we are looking forward to your confessions. Back to the episode. And we're back from the ad break, and Eli's digging his face into a mug of coffee. No, tea. Sorry.
Tea. Come on,
where's the coffee at? Why don't we call it Not My Cup of Coffee? I'm joking. It's good as tea. It's good. Anyway, we are back onto the next segment, which is called Spill the Tea. We love to spill the tea on this podcast. We like to really get the gossip out and hear people's wildest and worst confessions. So,
it's basically a Reddit confessions segment, you know.
Exactly. We're going to talk about Reddit confessions. And your confessions as well, guys, if you write them in. Just quit.
Yes, please send in emails with confessions.
Exactly.
I know it might sound strange to some people, but if you have something
we won't read your name as well.
Yeah, well, like, or just read like your nickname or your first name, or you tell us what you want to be called by.
Yeah, just tell us.
Or if you want to be anonymous, you can say anonymous.
Exactly.
Yeah, please do email in
please do.
actual stories from yourself. We'd love to read them.
Exactly, we would love to. But in the meantime, we've got Reddit to fill us in for all that. So, Eli, should I start with my confession first? Or do you want to?
Yeah, you can start.
Okay,
go on.
Right, so this confession is titled, quite an interesting title, and I remember you had a bit of a reaction when I told you about this on WhatsApp.
Oh, yes.
Before we started. So, the title reads, quite questionable, but I think you might understand why. I cyberbullied a bunch of teenagers, and I don't regret it.
Sounds very questionable. Yes.
It sounds immediately very like, no, you're an absolute arsehole for that. But let's dive
it's a
into
confession,
this.
so let's see.
Yeah, it's a confession after all. So let's see if they were justified, because bullying should not be justified. We do not condone
it. See if we
let's
forgive them for their sins or not. Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah. Can we forgive them? Can we cleanse them of their sin? Right. So he starts off by saying, throwaway accounts for obvious reasons. My family adopted 2 boys. When they came to us, they were 10 and 15. They spent 7 years of their life in the system. By the way, this person isn't English originally, so they might say some things a bit odd. But I'm guessing the school, right? In the system, and they had a rough story behind them to begin with. I'm guessing the system as in like the adoption system. I became very close with them, especially with the youngest, M. We're going to call him M. After a while, M begins confessing a few things to me. There's this group of teens, aged 13 to 16, who are bullying him and his friends. These guys pick on anyone smaller than them, they ask for money, they try to instigate fights, they say some pretty racist stuff, and make fun of M for being adopted. Classic bully behaviour. A couple years ago, they ended up in the paper because they beat up a 10-year-old to the point of sending him to hospital. And another one pulled a knife out on a kid way younger than him. Bottom line, they're assholes. I began to loathe them, especially through M's stories. Of course, what can I do? I'm 10 years older. Talking to them or their parents is no use because they obviously don't care. I can't just go and beat up some minors. Then M tells me about this new trend. I'm not English, but it's called cutting. Basically, you take someone's picture, you write some pretty mean stuff about them on it, and you put it on TikTok. Once that's done, the guy's been cut. And apparently, that's pretty humiliating. After consideration, my plan was set into motion. I made a fake Instagram profile, followed the bullies, took screens of their photos, and edited them to make them look stupid. For the little asshole who I keep saying asshole. It says that. For the little asshole who carries a knife around, I put makeup on him. Then I wrote some mean stuff on it, without going too far, and posted it. Boom, 3K views in under 1 hour. Then came the comments. People were laughing. Some of the victims, in quotation marks, tried acting tough in the comments, that being the bullies, but the damage had been done. I waited. 2 weeks pass and M comes to me to show me the cutting. I played dumb, of course. I had him explain the practice to me again. Big brother stepping in there. Apparently, the bullies are now being made fun of everywhere they go because of what I wrote. And not only a rumour started that one of the arseholes who carried a knife is dressing up. A rumour has started that he likes to dress up as a girl and wears makeup because of the edit that I made, which was not actually my intention. But knowing how humiliated that would be for the little arsehole, I'm so glad. And then he says, I'm sure M wouldn't have been suspected, which is unlikely anyways, given the amount of people these guys have bullied in the past years. Am I a bad person? Yes. Do I feel bad? Maybe. Maybe not.
I wouldn't even say you're a bad person for that. It's vigilante justice kind of thing, you know.
Yeah.
Taking justice into your own hands. Yeah.
I think it was very much called for, actually. I love a bit of revenge. Obviously, I don't condone bullying, but I don't think this was really bullying. It was kind of just like these... They beat up a 10-year-old and sent it to hospital. Yeah. Like, these people are disgusting.
Made fun of bullies, you know.
These are
bullied the
nasty.
bully in a way.
They needed
But if
that
it
though.
stops them
Yeah.
from, and it's not like you're continuously bullying them. You've just
Made one post.
made one post, one rumor set, and then
Yeah.
let it kind of run its course, and it will die out eventually. But
I
at least
think
those
it's
boys who were bullying will stop acting the way they
yeah.
are from
Because
that
they're being
shame.
bullied by other people
Yeah.
now, just because they've been put out there as these silly people. And I think it was a reality check, because bullies in real life, they are just horrible people because they don't like themselves, and they try to make other people feel small because they don't like themselves. And the moment that happens to them, they start being a coward. That's the problem with bullies. And sometimes you need a reality check as a bully to stop doing what you're doing. That's just how it is. I think that's the whole point. So and I mean I struggled for like years when I was a younger boy. I think I haven't really said much on it, but when I was about 10, when I first went to like school and stuff, when I got older it wasn't a problem, but when I first started going to school when I was little, I was bullied really badly, like very badly, to the point it's even sort of messed me up today. So it's like, well, and I always thought there's nothing I can do. I feel so small. And it's just like, well, it's a very tough thing. Bullies are just so horrible, and therefore I feel like this wasn't even that bad. Like he basically taught them a lesson, and it wasn't like he like doxed them and beat them up. He didn't beat them up. He could have easily beat them up because they were bullying his.
There's much worse things he could have done, of course.
Exactly, he did the best thing he could have done, because obviously.
Yeah. I mean, maybe we're biased, but like, I mean, for me, I was bullied from talking to school years, year 1 to year 10 or year 11.
Not nice.
Literally, basically the entire time of my school, and I moved school like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah,
so for whatever reason, I've been like a bully magnet. So maybe I'm a bit biased saying that. Yeah, revenge against bullies feels good,
It does, because obviously we know how it feels to be on the back end of that.
Yeah.
So it's just like, we understand, like it's nice to have that step in, that big brother step in,
I think everyone needs that.
Yeah. I mean, I had to do it with my sister, because when I got older, I didn't bully or beat anyone up, don't worry. But obviously when I got older, obviously I know how bad it is to be bullied. So my sister's great now, but I think she had an issue in the past where she came and confided in me and said this girl at school was being a really bad person to my sister, like really nasty. And I mean I didn't want to be like violent. I was nothing. I didn't want to bully myself, but I was a brother. It enraged me, and I basically walked straight up to her and said, "What you're doing is out of order. You better stop." Bully. She's like 11, and I'm like 18.
And you're like 6 foot anyway. So
yes,
sorry.
yeah, I'm pretty tall. I was harsh. I was very angry, and I said, "You need to stop what you're doing. This is my sister. Do you understand what you're doing?" Like I was harsh. Like I was kind of like raised. I was being dead serious with her, and I was like, "If you carry on, like I think I said, I'm going to tell your parents. Like this is awful that you're making this person feel like this is my sister you're talking about." And I was quite strict, and I do feel a little bit bad because it really shook her up. I think she started crying. But she was an arsehole.
You need that. Yeah, you need.
Yeah.
I mean, as much as it's not nice and it's a bit mean, sure. I mean, it is mean, but still, if you don't make your bully cry or genuinely look at themselves and change the way they perceive things, they'll just keep bullying people, or maybe they'll stop bullying you, but bully someone else. You've got to humiliate them so they just stop.
Exactly. It's I hate how like.
I mean, everyone's different. Of course, every bully is different, but. Still.
I mean, I'm not trying to act like I fixed it, but it fixed it. It did. She never bullied my sister again. Like it worked, and that's the thing. And obviously, eventually, my sister was pulled out of that school because it was very bad. Anyway, but anyway, in conclusion, I think this guy was justified in what he did. He was just helping out his brother.
I agree. I think nothing was done wrong here.
No, it's a good confession.
Good confession. Yeah. Not a bad person.
Exactly.
No.
Yeah, not a bad guy. Come on, geezer, you're all right. Don't be bad. And he even admits it wasn't the best thing to do as well. I was like, yeah, it wasn't good. So he's not like he's an
at least
arsehole.
He's not. He's not blind. He's not like he's being a bully himself. He's just doing what he felt was necessary.
Exactly. But anyway, let's move on to your confession. Do we agree with it? Let's find out. What's it called?
Right. So I found this one quite funny when I was reading through a bunch of them last night. This one was quite funny.
That's weird.
And I've been to. So it's set in Amsterdam for a teaser, and I've been to Amsterdam once or twice. So
nice.
I kind of
smoked the devil's lettuce.
No, I had an image of exactly what he was looking at in this guy. So
right.
Oh, okay, not exactly. Actually, Not exactly, but I had an idea of where he was.
Okay.
Right. The title is My Better Judgment Lost Out to My Horniness and I Paid the Price.
Oh God.
This is quite funny.
We'll get a bit horny sometimes. It's okay.
So, I'm on a European trip at the moment, visiting a handful of cities. Right now, I'm in Amsterdam. Combining that with the title of this topic, I think you can see where this might be going. I'm just wandering around the city, seeing the sights, and apparently I ended up in the red light district.
Oh dear.
Now, I hadn't planned on going there, but I'm a warm-blooded male, so if there's a hot-ish woman in lingerie to ogle at, I'm not going to look away. Pretty gross, but I will say red light district in Amsterdam, it's not like there's a big sign saying it. Like, you do just walk around and it's suddenly there.
Right.
Like,
Okay, Eli.
you can
Okay.
I stumbled into it myself by accident.
Oh, so you stumbled
with my
into
mates.
it.
No,
You
genuinely.
stumbled in. Okay.
Shut up. No, genuinely, if you're
Okay.
walking down the canals,
Yeah.
you do just fucking find it.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Down the
wait,
canals.
are we in? And
Are
you're trying
we?
to leave. You know,
Right. Sure, mate.
I was with both men and women. I'm not going to do that.
It's recurring though. This guy just stumbled in, and you've just stumbled in. You know, I think
It's
everyone's
easy to
stumbling
stumble in. I'm not backing him up. I'm just saying. Anyway,
Okay, I believe you. Sure.
this guy. Okay. My mind
Right.
went back and forth. Nobody's ever going to find out anyway. But what if I catch an STD? You'll be fine. They obviously use condoms. To preface what occurred next, let me inform you. One, I was on a pretty bad dry spell, so I hadn't had a girl in a long time. And two, I've never visited a prostitute before. So eventually, my horniness got the better of me, and I went to the door of one of the hotties that was winking and beckoning at me.
Oh dear.
I asked how much, and the gist of what she said was 100 euros, 20 minutes, you finish once. Seemed reasonable to me, so I agreed and went inside.
Reasonable. Okay, 100 euros.
Because
Is that a
everyone has
good
different
price?
standards.
Fair play.
I was led to some dimly lit, dingy back room with a bed and a sink in it, and gave her 100 euros, took my clothes off, and got on the bed with her.
As they do.
She grabbed some kind of paper towel with a hole in it, put my dick through the hole, and put a condom on. Then she asks, "What service do you want?" I asked what she meant, and she grabbed, I shit you not, what actually accounted to be like a menu of different sexual acts with their own price tag. Basically,
a menu
of them. Yeah.
They have menus. Sorry. Okay,
apparently they do. If I wanted her to get naked, I'd have to pay another 100 euros.
What?
Oral was another 100 euros.
He already paid to see her naked.
Was another 400 euros. Oh. And the time didn't increase. The whole package was 700 euros for 20 minutes tops.
Oh.
I'm sure I could have gotten way more for my bang, literally, for my buck, by ordering an escort to my hotel room. At this point, I started to panic a little. I really didn't want to drop such a huge chunk of my travel budget on this ordeal. I thought, naively I guess, that 100 euros would cover everything. My first thought was, ask your money back and get out of there. My second thought was, that's a surefire way to get roughed up by some European dudes. So, I asked what the 100 I already paid for would get me. She pointed to the top of the menu, which said erotic massage. I figured that's when she oils herself up and rubs something on you. I'm not going to read that because that's too much detail. I've seen that. Okay, I'm not going to read that either. I'll take the erotic massage then, I said. This must have pissed her off because any sense of the feigned affection quickly disappeared.
Oh dear.
She started furiously manhandling my poor manhood. Apparently, the erotic massage was just a hand job. Now, me being deceived and her attitude shift pretty much completely killed whatever remained of my horniness, so I was struggling to maintain my performance, so to speak. It took me so long to climax that she had to switch arms multiple times, all while telling me to hurry up and finish already.
This poor guy.
And she was not going easy on me. It was downright painful. Eventually, I mustered an ejaculation, and she hurried me out the door. So now I'm limping through the streets of Amsterdam with an extremely sore dick, down 100 euros, and feeling like an absolute imbecile. Not my finest hour, but you know, you live and you learn. Not going to make that mistake ever again. Fully prepared to get mercilessly roasted in the comments.
Oh my god. What a confession. When we said confessions, we really weren't holding back.
That was a bloody confession, yeah.
That was. I would never.
I've read that. I was fucking laughing yesterday so much. Because it's just.
Limping
apparently,
through
I read
the
the comments too. Apparently, that's actually a legit thing that happens is they say, oh, here's the price. And they lure you in and then they try and scam you out of my money, basically. And if you don't pay, they'll kind of beat you up. So
I think that's a general thing, rule of thumb in most like countries that.
Which is why you don't do these things. You should not support any of these.
Tourists get scammed. I mean, I know this personally from
humane.
Yeah, I mean in Thailand you've got a similar sort of thing. Like the red light district's massive in Thailand. Like, like you know, you got the whole ladyboys, the girl bars, and you will get scammed. You'll genuinely get. So there's horror stories out there that we may cover on this podcast of people that have gone to like Pattaya in Thailand and they've gone for a fun time and they've like been scammed and even beaten up by like the Thai mafia. Yeah, I would say like genuinely, if you are a tourist and you want a fun time, just get a fucking girl in a club, mate. That like, just don't go and pay for.
I would say if you're a tourist and you want a fun time, get a life and get a girlfriend rather than going to do prostitution.
You sad person, get a girlfriend. That's the
advice. No, for real. Like, if you're going around ogling at girls on the street and thinking, "Oh, I'm going to get a prostitute," come on, mate.
Just don't pay for sex. Like, there's always gonna be something shady, especially if you're a tourist. Like, you're gonna get scammed. Like, I think the first red flag was that he actually listened to one of the people that beckoning him. They're always going to be connected to some dodgy organisation.
With a scam. I would say that's why recently I also speak to one because when I was there, it is kind of gross, you were there. But when you're walking through the streets, even during broad daylight, so I didn't go at night time. I was at like maybe like 2-3 p.m.
Okay,
there are like women in like dominatrix gimp costumes, like latex and like spikes and shit, and they do just stand on the street like half naked,
try and pulling you in,
doing this to people, trying to get them in. I haven't seen anyone go in, but they are literally on the street, like trying to advertise. It's gross, and I feel bad for those women, of course.
Obviously,
but it is very much an open and normalized thing in Amsterdam.
Just don't do
someone
it.
in the comments said, "Bro paid €100 for the world's angriest handshake." That's
so I love how he said he's limping through how bad you get your cock rubbed to be just
the fact
limping
that it was
through the streets.
I mean, I can imagine in that situation. Obviously, you're not turned on. You're uncomfortable.
Yeah, no, you're going to be flaccid as fuck. You're going to be like, nah.
And if she's telling you, hurry up, it's like...
it's just like, I could see it happening, though. Like, I mean, if you're going to follow an escort into a room that's beckoning you, she's going to be like, right, we're charging you for this, this, and this. But they're not going to... The whole point is for you to pay a lot more than you beckon. That's a sales trick.
Of course.
Yeah, that is some confession. I mean, to be honest, I think the moral of the story is he learned his lesson, and I'm glad he shared this because you might find many young Western
Hopefully
tourists...
this puts off other tourists from doing that,
I mean, I know this because in Thailand it's so big. Like the same thing, the red light districts in Pattaya, you can get scammed, beaten up because there's so many like girls. No, there's actually a street in Thailand, right? That if you walk down it, you'll get girls trying to pull you, literally grabbing you and trying to pull you into the bar. You've got to be careful in Thailand, particularly. Similar thing, similar exact same thing. It's just a rule of thumb. Just don't do it. If you want to fuck and you're horny, get a girlfriend. Exactly. Or just if you meet a girl that looks, that isn't going to get paid, just don't pay for sex. Okay, done. Don't pay for sex.
Just be a decent human being. Is it really that hard to just for men out there, please?
Just watch porn, people, mate.
Please
put the hub on. Do something like just have a wank.
That's not being a decent person. Be decent people, please. We're running out of decent men in the world, please.
We are running out of decent men.
Decency is dying. So come on, guys.
Yeah, the whole like I think
pick it up.
We've got a whole problem, haven't we? The economy. People aren't getting married enough. So like I think in Japan they're paying people to get married now as well.
Yeah.
There's just no one's getting married because they're too busy going into Amsterdam and getting fucking massaged the wrong way. That's what's happening. That's the answer to why. Anyway, this confession. That's a mighty confession.
Yeah, one hell of a confession. Yeah.
One hell of a confession, and I know for a fact that he won't be doing that again.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah, poor guy.
Lesson learned. Yeah.
Lesson learnt. And Eli, I hope you don't do that when you're next in Amsterdam.
I'm not returning to Amsterdam. It's fine.
Awesome. Right. Next, we've got our next segment, second to last now. It's called Is This Your Cup of Tea? Is this your cup of tea? We're going to be now saying some hot takes each week that we just feel like we want. I think I only have 2 today. You have a lot more than me, I think.
I think I've got 2 or 3. It's just saying our opinions on things that we either like or dislike, seeing if either one of us agrees or disagrees, and then opening up to you guys as well. If you agree or disagree about our comments.
Exactly. It's basically hot takes, but in the podcast version, is it your cup of tea? Is it not?
Yeah.
Which is the British phrase.
Yeah.
So, shall I... Yeah, you can start this one, Eli.
Sure, yeah.
What's your first cup of tea we've got here?
Let me have a look. Okay, first one. Something I just saw the other day when I was out walking. Right.
Okay.
Something that is not my cup of tea, that does annoy me, is okay.
Right.
There's some exemptions to this, but most cases, people who go out like with their dog,
Yeah.
and their dog's in a baby stroller.
What?
So rather than walking your dog, you have your dog in like a doggy stroller, and you're pushing your dog. Your dog sits there, and you
What?
push him along.
You've seen that?
Yes, just the other day I saw this, and it's existed for many years. People do this.
Mate, I've never seen a dog in a fucking buggy being
People who
pushed around
think
the
their
park.
dogs are their babies, and this. I get it. Like, I've had dogs before. You're very
Mate.
close to your dog, but your dog is not your little child.
I completely
me,
agree with you, mate. I've just
yeah,
never seen a
I
dog in a
think
buggy, mate.
I've seen cases online where
No.
like the dog's too old to walk, so they put it in a stroller. Fine. If your dog's ill or old, fine. But the dog I saw yesterday was a very well groomed, young, like puppy, looking fine, in a little stroller, being
What?
pushed down the street by like a I don't know young woman on her own. Just I don't know where they were going, but maybe it's like a coffee or something. Whatever the trendy people
Bloody
do.
hell.
But literally, it was like I looked at it and I was like, "You've taken a dog out. Walk the dog." You know how you meant to like take your dog out, not for fresh air,
Yeah.
but to have a walk. Your dog needs.
You know what's
exercise.
funny is that she has to say to her husband, like, "What are you doing now? I'm just going to take the dog for a push." What do you
Yeah,
mean?
what'd you say? Like, did you say like, "Oh, I'm walking
Yeah.
the dog," or did you say like, "Oh, I'm going out with the dog"? Like, what do you even?
Yeah, I'm just taking the dog for a little buggy ride, mate. What?
I'm just
That-
taking the dog for a cup of coffee.
That is. You know what's
At
funny
least
is like,
let
what...
the dog on the lead. Like, it
Yeah, but
wasn't
what
even
if
raining.
she
or
sees her
anything, just
friends in
walk.
public, right? And they're like, "Oh my
Yeah.
god, you've had a baby!" Oh no, it's just Clarence, the
those
dog.
kind of people will attract each other. So I'm assuming they'll be like, "Oh, you're such a cute," whatever. And
Imagine
I
how
love
terrified you'd
animals.
be.
I
Like, if you-
love animals, but
Yeah.
this is pushing the line.
I agree with you. It's not my cup of tea, mate. I'll be honest
Yeah,
with you.
not my cup of
Just
tea.
imagine you're walking in the street and you see your friend though, like from school or something, from ages, and you're like, "Oh,
If I saw
Sharon."
that, I would literally be like,
Yeah.
"Okay," I would
But
be
you're
like, "Okay,
expecting
cute
though,
dog, but
yeah.
why are you not walking them?"
Then what would your reaction be if you walk over and you're like, "Oh, you've had a baby"? She's like, "Nah, it's just Fred." What do you mean?
I would say like,
Fucking
"I'm
dog in
disappointed
there.
in you. I'm disappointed in you.
You'd be like, "Right, this is it. You moron."
You've let me down." Yeah.
That is ridiculous. Because I'll be quite honest with you, mate. I've never seen someone putting a dog in a buggy. I've never.
I mean, I guess
seen
you're
it.
in Leicester.
Yeah,
I
I
feel
don't know
like
what's
I'm in
wrong
Norwich
with
now. I've been in London
Norwich.
before.
I
so
don't know
it's
what's
more
wrong with
trendy
fucking Norwich,
places.
mate. But
You see it in London a lot as well.
what?
You see it in
I'm
Japan
just
too.
hit-
I've seen online in Japan people do that.
What, mate?
They'll
I've
get their
never-
dog dressed up, and I'm sure, okay, cute, sure, but at least walk the dog. Don't
That's
have
just-
it in a buggy or a
That's just
stroller. if you know what I mean.
ridiculous.
Like it's,
I've never heard of that. That's crazy. I agree with you.
it's
That is
stupid
not
to
my
me.
cup
It's
of tea.
ridiculously stupid. Yeah.
I mean, you do you, but like, still, just walk the fucking dog, man. Like,
I'm not
give us
telling
some
you how to live your
exercise.
life, but I'm saying like, surely you're lacking in
Yeah,
many, mental functions if you think that
yeah.
it's reasonable to walk your dog by not walking them. You know.
Did she stick a dummy in its mouth as well, just to add to the scene?
No, but literally, it even had a little visor thing over it, so it couldn't jump out. Like a little visor, so it could see through the thing, like a baby.
Bro,
I don't get it.
maybe it was actually her baby, and she had a crisis where she was into like bestiality, and
Connection, I think.
oh yeah, connections.
I'm back. Hello?
Connections. You're back. You're
What?
back.
It's the rain. Sorry, it's the rain and wind.
The rain. No, I was saying that maybe she's into bestiality, and she had a bit of a crisis.
God, you can't say that, man.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Oh, I said it. Well,
One other thing that is
yeah.
not my cup of tea. I got two.
Go
actually.
on.
One other thing is, I don't know how to say it. Internet musicians not actually being musicians, right?
Okay,
like-
do explain.
Like, for example, I see TikToks about music all the time. I like music. I play music, of course.
You're a musician. You made
Yeah.
the music for this podcast after all.
Sure, yeah, I have. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's this pianist, and she's playing a song, and
Mhm.
she's asking, "Oh, what time signature do you think it is?" Like a quiz, like, "Oh, is it 4/4 or is it 6/8?" And
Right.
what isn't my cup of tea? By the way, this is in 4/4, so just 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. It's as simple as
You're
thing ever.
teaching me here because I don't know
Very
anything about
clearly,
music.
simply in 4/4.
Yeah.
Nothing like even the phrasing. It's 4/4.
Mm.
And people in the comments be like, "It's neither." It's trick question. It's this. No. People, and not my cup of tea, is people online thinking they know more than they do,
The
and
musician.
just saying stuff. They just be speaking, and in music particularly, I see it all the time. Every music, even like a drumming video of a guy drumming, be like, "Oh, you did that wrong." You're not even a drummer.
Yeah.
What are you on about? What are you talking?
Oh no,
These
it
people
happens.
online who aren't even musicians who said like, "Ah, you're wrong. Actually, it's this. Ah, yes, the 25-year-old. Sorry, the person who's been playing piano for 25 years. They're wrong. They're
There's
wrong."
no
And this
way. And
and mind you,
probably
it's
a
the
basement
easiest thing
dweller
ever.
wrote that as well.
It was the easiest thing. But these comments
Yeah.
have thousands of likes. Thousands.
What? That's one thing, but then another thing is that it's got interaction as well. The thing is,
Thousands.
I'm all open to like constructive criticism,
Constructive, of course.
but
You can say to
not
them
like just you're
yeah.
wrong. Like, and I think you're right. I completely agree with you because it happens like in all artists and musicians as well, as you've just pointed out. It's a bit more prominent, but it happens I think in most like particularly in film as well. Like I had someone come up to me, obviously I've been acting in this film, we'll talk about this next episode because we've already covered a lot of stuff, but the trailer for my film that I've been acting in for 3 years has been released, and I had a mate who knows absolutely fuck all about film. I'm not going to mention his name, he probably wouldn't watch this. It was a friend from my college, don't really speak to him much. He messaged me and he was like, maybe you should have done this better and that better. I was like, mate! I saw I got really pissed off. I was like, what do you mean? You're not even an actor. You don't even have a job. You sit on your arse all day and just smoke weed, which he does. And you're telling me,
it's like...
you're telling me I should have done this right and that right. Mate, what are you? I'm sorry, but I got so pissed off. I was like, I just ignored his message. I didn't even reply to it, but I was rage. I was like, who are you to tell me? Like, if you're a film critique, then go ahead. I don't mind. But you have no clue about anything to do with film or anything. You don't even have a job, right? I just want to say his name, but you know, and he had the audacity to tell me his critique. By the way, didn't even make sense. It was just pointless. It was fucking brainless. Like, yeah, I completely agree with you. It's ridiculous. Like, I can imagine the frustration she would feel as well, as a pianist for 25 years, and there's someone just be like, "Meh, that's wrong. That's very wrong."
But like, it's not even like I'm showing off. She was playing the simplest thing ever as a fun little quiz. Like, oh, try and work on your music theory with me. Is it 4/4 or is it 6/8? And people are like, you're wrong. Some people said it's 8/8.
Oh,
my brother,
man.
If you ever give me a piece of sheet music that said 8/8, I'm tearing it and spitting in your face. 8/8 is not a thing.
8/8 isn't a thing.
You do not use 8/8. Okay, sure, you can count things in your head in a phrase of 8/8.
Yeah.
But you don't write it down. It's not 8. It's not. It's not 8/8. Okay.
I love how passionate you are.
No, because if someone gave me that, if someone said, "Oh, look, here's this piece of music. It's an 8/8," I'll be like, "Why don't you just put it in 4/4?" And I was like, as a drummer, I can just count the 16th notes. I can just count it.
I've learned something new today about music. I'm sure you guys have as well.
No one needs that. No normal musician needs that.
No one uses 8/8.
But it's always the non-musicians who think they know more. Probably went on Google AI and went, "Oh, what's the other time signature?" And it just told them 8/8. And oh, is this? No, it's 4/4.
It's always going to be like that, isn't it?
It's 4/4. It's the simple, it's common time, the most basic time signature, and 2,000 people like that comment.
What?
There are 2,000 idiots who agree with this moron.
No.
And it's not even that. Okay, sure, saying the wrong answer is one thing, but saying you're wrong. You professional musician who posted this as a fun little quiz, you're wrong. I'm right. Big me, who doesn't play music.
Who pissed in their cereal? Like, you know what I mean? Like, who pissed in their cereal this morning?
It frustrates me so much. I see this all the time on all sorts of music things.
Definitely not your cup of tea, then.
Not my cup of tea. I see it all over the place, and it frustrates me every time.
God, yeah. I agree with you there. It's always a bit of frustration, and I bet you if podcast ever gets big, there's going to be someone saying, "This podcast is shit." I don't know. You'll find that in every walk of life, which is really shit. Anyway, have you got any last cups of tea that we don't want to drink?
Week. Yeah, I'll have some more next time.
I love how we've both chosen two, because I've got 2 cups of tea. Now, they're not as quite... One of them is more passionate. The other one's just more of a talking point. So, my first cup of tea, bring back the Concorde aeroplane. I think that it should not have been shut down. It was a great idea, and it annoyed me so much that the Concorde got shut down. Now, let's add a bit of backdrop to people that don't know a thing about the Concorde.
I know fuck all about commercial aviation, so...
Okay, so a few years ago, 10 years ago, quite a long time ago, there was a jet that was made that was faster than the speed of sound.
Okay.
It was a supersonic jet, the fastest jet to ever have been made. And I'll try and pull up you can research. I was going to pull up the actual how fast it can go. It's like 2,000 something kilometers per minute or something. So it's a stupid amount because it's faster than the speed of light. So just to put in perspective for people that don't know anything about planes or anything, it's faster than the speed of light, and that is really fast. You basically, if you see videos of the Concorde, it would go. You would hear it like a bang, and then you would see it first, then you would hear it. It was so incredibly fast. It was the fastest airplane ever made. And basically, what happened was I calculated if I got on a Concorde and flew from the UK to Thailand, it would take me 3 hours. 3 hours. I'm not even joking.
It's a
yeah,
hypersonic jet.
It's a hypersonic, supersonic.
Okay.
It's the fastest jet ever known to man, right?
And they discontinued it, or what?
Yeah. So what happened was they had a terrible crash, and there was 2 reasons they discontinued this. It was started, and then the reason they mainly shut down was because of the expense, the billions and billions of pounds they put into the Concorde. They had to shut down because it was too expensive to run. Because if you think about the amount of fuel that plane used to go that fast, it was immense, and it cost billions. It cost billions and billions to get this thing. They had to shut down due to money. And therefore, I've still got to fly 12 hours to get to Thailand. I do not give a shit. If it's too expensive, bring back the Concorde, mate.
Maybe they will... Maybe the reason they shut it down is because they're going to then work on a more cost-efficient version, you know.
That's what I want, but that was like 10 years ago now. The Concorde's never been brought back, and we've still got like Boeing 747s that take about 12 hours to get to your destination. And like, you know what? That's just so annoying because I'm like, look, we were this close. Like, we're now in 2025, and that was like 10 years ago, and we became this close, and people tested it out and flew so fast across the entire universe because it goes so fast, and it was a passenger jet. It had like 20 seats. But why can't we work on a new plane that can go that bloody fast?
I thought you meant like it was a fighter jet. You were talking about like
you can go passenger
on the plane. Aircraft.
It was a passenger aircraft, yeah.
Very good. Okay.
But it would have cost thousands to go on to. I think. And that they started it and then they finished it as soon as they started it. Unfortunately, it's one of the most. A lot of people do know about the Concorde. If you research it, you can find out what it looks like, and it still remains the fastest plane that's ever been made, because it goes supersonic, speed of sound, which is nuts. But yeah, I think we should bring back the Concorde because I'm fed up of sitting in a plane for 12 hours and it pisses me off. So bring it back, mate.
And you're going to have to do it again in November. So
exactly, I've got to sit on a plane for 12 hours and you're going to have to get someone else while I'm in Thailand. But you'll hear all about it when I come back. Anyway, my second cup of tea is a bit more controversial and it's more of a rant, right? And it is called Stop the Ladyboy Stereotype in Thailand. Right? Hear me out on this. Particularly in the UK, every time someone talks about a Thai woman, or you go into Thailand, it's ladyboys. Now, I'll give you a bit of backdrop to why I'm bringing this up. I have a Thai girlfriend. Now, she's perfectly nice. She's a woman. She's not a ladyboy, guys. They do exist. Thai women exist, okay?
Of course.
This is what I'm trying to get my point of, right? Every time I say to my friends, to my family, not my family didn't do that. My friends, right? Yeah? I've got a Thai girlfriend. Always, she's a ladyboy. Ladyboy this, ladyboy that. I look online, ladyboy this, ladyboy that. I get it's a meme, I get it's a stereotype because Thailand is known for its trans community, and it's really nice because trans people get looked down on, and it's such a tough decision to be trans. And I think, I'm kind of speaking my opinion here. They get a very bad press, and in Thailand they're accepted widely, and because exactly, they can be themselves in Thailand. You can be gay, bi, and you will not get ridiculed, which is amazing. They're more advanced than the old-fashioned other countries. But here's the thing, right? Because that's the case, ladyboys get a very bad name, and it's particularly in the West. Most people I've met, they always presume. And I know they're trying to piss me off. They're just like, she's a ladyboy. She's a ladyboy. And I looked into it because I was getting really pissed off at this. And it's just genuinely, I think people find it okay to just kind of slag off Thailand. And it does get to the point, okay, it's a meme. It's quite funny because it's like, okay, this person's... I get the joke, okay? Because a lot of people are like, oh, watch out. She might have a dick. Because it's popular. But there's a limit to how much jokes you can make before it actually gets offensive to Thai women, Thai culture, and also the ladyboy culture.
I was going to say, even to the actual trans community in Thailand.
Exactly.
That is offensive to take the piss out of them for no reason. Yeah.
I have 2 ladyboy friends. I'm just going to come out and say, met them through... I'm friends with you can go and follow her. She's a public influencer. Her name is Amy. Rosie Linds, I think, is her Instagram. I met her 4 years ago online, and we're still really good friends to this day. And she's a ladyboy, beautiful ladyboy. And I'm glad she's who she is. She's happy. She's proud of herself. And I'm also friends with another ladyboy that's my girlfriend's best friend. Obviously in Thailand, you're open to that. You see that. And they're genuinely such nice, the most kindest people I've ever met. And here's the thing.
They're normal people. They
They're
don't need to be
normal
like
people.
sectioned off as like, oh, this is a different part of society.
Off. It
They're
really
all
pisses
just
me
normal
off.
people. Everyone's the same. Yeah.
And here's the problem, right? The Western sort of culture of being kind of almost like stereotypical here, like watch out, they'll try and get you. You know, you're gonna get pegged. No, that is not what happens. If you speak to most ladyboys and the ladyboy culture within Thailand, they will tell you, I'm a ladyboy. I am a ladyboy. Okay, if you want to have sex with me, I'm a ladyboy. They tell you. They don't just grab you.
I've seen that on TikTok. Actually, I've seen people have like these interviews around, and they say, oh, like some guys that hit on girls and go, oh, you're very pretty, and they say, oh, I'm a ladyboy. Yeah. And they go, oh, okay, no worries. And thank you.
Exactly.
And they just say thank you for the compliment. You know, it's fine. Yeah.
Exactly. And
there's no hard feelings. Nothing.
My friend Amy, my friend Amy, she's Thai. She's a ladyboy, lives in up in Chiang Mai and stuff, Chiang Mai district. She told me that she went onto an interview on YouTube. A foreigner interviewed her, talking about ladyboy, and she was telling the Western media how hard it was to be a ladyboy because the amount of ridicule, the hate she gets. The Western, it's all the West. It's not in Thailand, it's the Western. And I looked at the comments. I looked at the comments on that video, and it was just people being horrible to her, being like, ladyboy, gay, dick. Like, sorry, mate, but fuck you. Honestly,
it's
fuck you.
Like, people want some kind of reason to be transphobic or homophobic.
Yeah, it is transphobic if you like it or not.
Target the people who are more open about it. And it's
so horrible. And it pisses me off. It really pisses me off. And the reason it gets a bit too much is like, and it's to the point where I'm getting really angry. And like my own friends say, your girlfriend's a ladyboy. It's like, you're just doing it now to be rude. You're being rude to my girlfriend because she's a woman. And Thai women exist. They're not all ladyboys. But even saying it
as a joke once, it's like, it's an insult to Thai women, to your girlfriend. And it's an insult to the trans community in Thailand.
Exactly.
It's an insult to everyone. It's not even a joke. It's just an insult. Yeah.
Exactly. Like, I get the meme, but it's
transphobia.
It should stay
painted over as a joke. Yeah.
Exactly. And it's just, I think I know I probably get a lot of hate for saying this because I know a lot of people are probably going to comment and be like, haha, ladyboy. Because that's just how it is. But, I just want to say my opinion. I want to stand by what I say and just say that is out of order. And if you're someone who, and I think I'm going to get a lot of people to disagree with me because it's just shocking to see how many people do it. And that's why I just want to come out and say, come on, reality check, guys. You're going a bit too far here. Because think about the ladyboys, people that actually get really bad gender dysphoria because they know that that's not who they are. It takes a lot to do that, right? And you're not making it any easier by just stereotyping every woman in Thailand as a ladyboy. Like, come on.
The world is getting more progressive, but way too slow, in my opinion. We need to. I mean, every time you try and do something progressive, there'll be some old granddad going like, "Oh, you're too woke." Like, come on, mate, shut up.
I just find it so disrespectful, you know. Like, particularly, I can't seem to come out and say, I'm dating a woman of Thai ethnicity without someone saying she's a ladyboy. Like, come on. Where's your respect? If you were saying that about like a black person or someone else from another race, you'd be called racist, right? But you're being
people need to call it out more. People need to call out more.
Exactly.
The disrespect and transphobia towards.
I think it's even under the title of East Asian hate, which is also a thing. And I don't want to come out and be like, you know, I'm just like trying to be soft. I'm not being soft. This is my genuine opinion that I've always wanted to talk about for a long time.
It's a right and strong thing to do, to stand by your opinion.
Yeah.
To stand for them and to tell people to fuck off if they're being disrespectful.
Exactly. And I've done it. And I just want to come out and use my platform to tell you that it's wrong. So rant over.
That's another thing. We want to use this platform to voice our concerns and our opinions and what we feel. And if someone disagrees with us, go ahead, disagree.
Yeah, you can disagree, but like,
we're not telling you to think
we're not going to care.
But we're standing by what we say.
Exactly, that's what's important. Freedom of speech. That's how it is.
Unless the Online Safety Act blocks us from speaking.
Yeah, of course not. But anyway, so I think we can both agree that's also not our cup of tea. Unfortunately, that's stereotype against Thai people. But anyway, moving on to a lighter subject. And this I love how our podcast is heavy and light at the same time. We have that.
It's like goes back and forth. A bit of a roller coaster. Maybe we need to rearrange it a bit. I don't know. Maybe we need to put all the serious bits at once. And,
maybe. Who knows?
We'll figure it out. Yeah.
We'll figure it out. Maybe not my cup of tea. It's supposed to be kind of, I think, a rant anyway. Really.
It's meant to be just be two blokes just yapping away.
Ranting and yapping and But
anyway, like it. If they don't, we change it. It's gone.
Exactly. The last segment, before we read out your emails, is called Fix Your English, Mate, and it's going to be presented by me because I'm actually studying an A-level course right now to be an English teacher to foreign Thai people because I'm going to be living in Thailand. So I thought it'd be kind of cool as a trainee English teacher currently studying to just kind of. It's so funny, Eli. Like in countries outside of the West, and particularly in Southeast Asia, which I have been going to, Japan is a big culprit for this. They do not check their English. They don't. They slam it on their products, their mugs, their signs, and it looks hilarious. Okay, it looks absolutely hilarious.
It does look very funny. Yes.
Yeah, there's so many examples.
Yeah.
There's so many examples of this, and we're gonna try the segment out, guys. If you don't like it, you can tell us. But we're just gonna give our opinions on how bad the English is, and we're also gonna cover it on all sorts of countries across the world. So this is Fix Your English, Mate, with Judah. So, Eli, we have a sign here from the country of Japan. Now, Japan is
put on the screen for the video watchers.
Yep. You can see it right now. For the people video watching it, you can see it, and of course I'm going to read it out for the audio. But this is in Japan, which is notorious for getting their English wrong time and time again. So we're going to read it out. It's a sign outside of a shop, and it's so hilarious. It says, "Please come in," and there's like a no, it's got a comma that's kind of floating away from the please. That's the grammatic. The grammar's not the problem here, but it is a problem, but it's not the biggest thing that's funny. It then says price down. So it says please come in, price down, renovation now, confusion inside my shop. Sorry.
To me, what gets me is just the confusion inside my shop. Sorry.
Yeah, that's exactly.
I don't know what they're trying to say. Obviously, please come in makes sense. Price down. Okay, they've got some sort of sale. Renovation now. With a symbol or something after I can't even read it.
Equals.
I don't know what that is, and then confusion on myself. Yeah,
I think they should also put confusion on my fucking sign as well, because the funny thing is, the ironic, because you read the sign and you're like, wait, what? This is obviously they've got the English
confusion
right,
is also outside the shop. Yes.
Yeah, the confusion is outside the shop on this bloody sign, and you can see it. Because come on, let's read that one more time for the audio. Please come in, price down, renovation now, confusion inside my shop. Sorry, with like 4 exclamation marks after sorry.
Lowercase as well, by the way. Not even capitalised or anything. Lovely.
I think this is just a very confused shop. It's a very confusing shop because
at least they're trying.
Yeah,
at least they're trying.
I love how they said sorry as well. It's kind of cute.
Yeah,
it's
like, cute. It is quite sweet. Yeah.
It's like we're so bad at English and confused, but we're sorry. Please come in.
There is one thing as well.
Come in as well.
Fix Your English section.
Go on.
It's from you, actually, Mr. English teacher.
I'm awful
at
grammar, aren't I?
Obviously, you know,
slag me down.
I'm not going to blame you too much, but I noticed ever since I first joined the podcast, like 3 years ago, when we first had me as a guest ages ago.
Confessions.
From like 3 years ago, and even up to this day.
Okay.
Whenever you say something's brand new, you know.
Yeah.
You misspell it every time.
Oh, do I?
You all from the years now, and I've kind of hinted at you before, but you didn't catch the hint.
Should have told me straight up, mate. To my face.
I wanted to, but I don't want to be. You always spell
out.
brand new as BRAN and then new.
I did. I do.
It's meant to be brand new. So it's
you corrected that.
BRAND. I corrected it in the description before. Brand new. So even though it kind of sounds like saying brand new, it's meant to be brand new. You know.
Brand.
That is the way.
I did not know that,
spelled.
And I saw it when you corrected it, and I was like, that's odd. I always thought it was spelled as brand new. I'll be dead honest.
For years it's been that way. Every time it's a brand new episode, but it's meant to be brand new.
It's good that we now have a new co-host that not only makes a new content, but also corrects my bad English myself. It's funny, a lot of people are like, why are you like this? I'm dyslexic, in my defence.
Yeah, it's not your fault. Come on. But you're learning.
And I'm learning forever how to make my English best. You know, the problem is when I'm typing as well. I don't use autocorrect when I'm typing on like Discord or people are like, brrr, it's like, oh shit, I need to edit this. So yeah, I'm quite bad at my grammar, and I'm learning how to teach it. So hopefully, I can learn how to fix it myself.
By the end of your course, you'll be a master.
Hopefully, yeah, I'm halfway through almost. So let's get this.
Of course,
done.
everything. When this is our first episode, everything in this episode is experimental. If there's any segments you guys like more or don't like, do tell us. Again, we have the feedback. We can change it around. We're just playing around with it now, seeing what works for us, seeing what works for you guys. This episode is really, really long.
It is.
But
it really
that's
is.
just because it's the first one. The next one will be much shorter. We promise. Honestly.
Oh, we will.
It's just
this
one is.
This one is. It's the Thailand story just took it all. Like that's the one that took like 1 hour.
But it's all fun and games. So it's
so good. It's all good.
Yeah.
I had a lot to say. Yeah. So obviously, I actually have other stuff, but we're personally going to say it next episode. It was smoothing in, right? So Yeah, again, you can also find your way across the episode with the timestamps that are lovely been done by this man next to me, Eli. Well done, mate.
Thank you.
Yeah, anyway,
I haven't
we
done them yet
are...
as of recording, but thank you.
Of course. Good luck with that. Hopefully it'll be easier because you already know where everything is. You know,
timestamping the bloody filming episode was a
oh yeah,
nightmare.
that was out. Yeah, that came out. So yeah, we'll talk about that next episode. Though, otherwise, it's just going to be ranting for 4 hours or something. I don't know. Anyway, guys, for our last segment of this show, we actually read. It's been a long episode. We read out your confessions and your questions. So please do send in your confessions or questions or whatever you want to say to me and Eli to notmycupofteapod@gmail.com. And if you can't remember that, just look in the link in the description because it's right there.
Yeah.
It's everywhere. So into
we
that.
do read all the emails. So
Yep. Exactly.
If you want, even
Please
something like casual, like today, we have obviously it's the first episode. Yeah, we already have an email.
We already have an email,
but not
small,
a question or confession because I didn't know.
It's a statement.
It's simply just a statement. Yeah, you can say whatever you want to say to us, and we will show off your email or read out. But again, if you want to stay anonymous or if you want us to call you by a certain name, you just tell us and we'll do that.
Just tell us in the email, yeah. But that being said, let's read out what we have. So we have one email in from Benjamin, and he says, "Hello, this is Ben, and this podcast better be as good as the JR's Gaming Podcast." And there you go. You have a former fan of the JR's Gaming Podcast writing in.
Converted over.
You better be good. You better be good. Do you think
high expectations to meet. We will have to do our best. Yeah.
I think we've done a lot better with this one. Reason being is because we were limited with gaming, but now we will talk about gaming, but along with everything else
Indeed, yeah.
in the world. And you guys do like our rants, and this is just a podcast with rants and who knows fucking what.
And again, we're still working on it. We'll keep changing audio, changing the structure, changing everything until we find something that really works for everyone.
Exactly. So we also really do count on your feedback. Please do tell us. And also, activate Windows is still in my corner. I've never addressed this. It's there. Are you gonna put a screen on it?
I'm gonna edit it out. It frustrates me so much. I'm gonna edit it out.
Eli's gonna do it, but yeah, guys, there's always like an activate window. And now I think it's because I don't use Windows 11.
It doesn't do it.
But they're asking me to get Windows 11.
Yes, get it. It's good. I have it. It's good.
Mate, no, it's good for gaming.
Get it.
Windows 10. Oh no, it's fucking expensive, isn't it? Like Windows 11.
It's a free upgrade, isn't it?
No. Search it up.
Free.
No, it's not. You have to pay for Windows 11. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe one day I will eventually activate Windows just for you. So
until then, I've got to put effort into just blocking it off every time.
I'll figure it out next episode. Don't worry.
And then whenever I change to a clip or something, I've got to make sure it doesn't overlay.
Poor guy.
It's not difficult, it's just annoying.
Yeah, well, hopefully you don't see that, guys, from the future. And I will make sure next time it doesn't. It wasn't there before we started recording, in my defence, but it just likes to pop up. But anyway.
What? I'll leave it in for like 5 seconds. If any of you catch it, put it in the description, or in the comments, sorry. Leave a little timestamp saying, I found it. And good idea. I'll think of something to give you. There you go.
There you go. You've heard it from the man himself, the co-host. But
I'll leave it for 5 seconds. If any of you can find it, you'll win. I'll find something to give you.
It's a good idea, actually. Yeah, well, Eli will give you one of the many fucking
like a little Easter egg hunt.
Like,
these are my girlfriends, but yeah.
The whole collection, the whole family.
There's a lot more you can't see. Yeah.
Are they in the wardrobes? I immediately open the wardrobe. They're just going to go flying out.
It's on the wall. Behind me as well, underneath.
That's kind of.
It's literally like
bad,
from the floor up. It's a
up.
wall of. Yeah.
Damn. No pictures on that wall. Just flipping Pokemon.
Used to be poster, and that's take it down.
And Blastoise. 5 Nights at Freddy's and Sharks and Fit. Okay, right.
Yeah, all that.
Yeah, all of that. That's what happens when you have a girlfriend who likes cute things. I can also contend to that.
No complaints, though. I like it.
Yeah, why not? Not
my usual setup that I've had before, but hey, it's fine.
You can deal with it. It's kind of cute, I guess. But anyway, that today, Eli, this is it. That is it for today. We've covered all the stuff that we're going to want to be covering, like all the topics. I think it was a great episode. It was very long, obviously. And we have a whole week to edit this. And we hope you guys like it. We hope you like this stuff. And again, Eli has said, and I'll point out again, the episodes are not going to be this long. It genuinely was because we have not recorded an episode together in like almost a year. So we had a lot to sort of touch on that's going to be kind of funny for you guys to hear. But hopefully you enjoyed it. You know, you enjoyed my Thailand disasters and fun things. And yeah, the talk about it's not going to be that long. Just a little disclaimer again. But yeah, anything you want to say before we close out, Mr. New co-host Eli? Turn up.
No, it's just saying it's good to have a new podcast going. It's exciting.
Yeah, very excited. It's very exciting to see this up and running.
Yeah, your feedback means the world to us.
Please
Even
do
if
tell us.
we had minimal subscribers or whatever, it's the feedback that makes it special. So
exactly. So if you are currently listening,
comment or email.
Yeah, Spotify, YouTube, anywhere, comment or email us. Just tell us what you think, and yeah, we'll do what you guys want. But anyway, until the next episode airs, if you enjoyed this episode and want more tea, just trying to get the outro right now, then please subscribe if you're watching on YouTube, and if you're listening to us on audio, please follow us, as it will help us out greatly and reach more listeners. But until then, it's goodbye from me.
And a goodbye from me.
Goodbye. And now I'm going to go and tell the people that invented Concorde to make it again, so I can go to Thailand without hitting someone in the back of the head and saying hello afterwards.
Oh God. Okay.